time.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, just between you and I.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. Dude, I'm looking at this dude on Facebook. Can you not see my screen in the cameras?
Nope.
Okay, good.
Kind of.
Ah, dang it.
A little bit.
Well, how about, which way do I got to turn it?
It's on mine. That's the issue.
What is the deal? Nobody needs to see what we're looking at on here when we're judging people.
What you're looking at right now is just a white screen. I can't read any of it.
Okay, let me go to this.
It's a little bit more easy to see.
Why do we have these?
Go that way. Perfect.
Perfect. What about this?
Perfect.
Look how close this is, dude.
Perfect. That's if you want nobody to see you.
Yeah,
there you
okay.
go.
So this is what you got to start doing. I get it. All right. Anyway, I'm going to look at them like that. Okay, now I'm going to say this. Side note. To protect me, I know I'm not. I dress the way I dress.
Yes.
And I have my own style. Everybody has their own disclaimer here. Everybody has their own style. Understand it. I get it.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that I'm great with fashion.
Mm-hmm.
Hell, everybody hates it, including you. You say
I don't hate it.
You said I'm era 1999.
No, I said 2005.
It's not low. It's not.
It was for me.
Anyway. Now, well, you're 2005. How old was I? How old were you in 2005?
14.
I was 25. Yeah. I like how you say I wear affliction shirts. You got everybody thinking I wear affliction shirts.
I said you just seem like you would wear affliction shirts.
Do you remember when you guys both called me douchebags, and I didn't realize that I was a douchebag until you guys said...
I don't remember.
Or was that just a Sydney thing? That might have been just a Sydney just
called
being...
you a douche.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. I don't get it. I mean, I see it now, how poorly I was treated.
Treated very poorly.
Anyway, so... Ooh, I almost said the dude's name.
Yeah, that was close.
Now, I'm just going to explain what he wears here.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't understand how you look at this. Now, again, I know this just isn't my style, but I don't know how you...
Now, I have a few of those shirts.
You're so sorry.
I do. I don't wear them. I don't wear them often, but every now and then I'll wear them.
Short sleeve?
Yeah, and I don't like them either.
Yeah, I can't do... Okay.
Button-up short sleeves are a little douchey.
They're really douchey.
I get it. I have thought about switching over to Hawaiian shirts, but I just don't think I'm there.
Roll those beasts up, man. Roll those sleeves up.
Well, that's the thing. I think you do short sleeve button-ups, but they got to be full Hawaiian. Like, you have to really lean into that. Yeah, you can't have a mix.
Those dudes got these... I yell at my girlfriend... at putt golf shorts on.
Yeah, that's a style on its own.
That's he's got his plaid shorts on.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's wearing a short sleeve, which I can't stand.
Yeah.
I cannot stand short sleeve button up shirts all the way.
See,
that's the way buttoned up.
That's the biggest issue. Is that he buttoned it all the way up. Not like he left the top one. No, top one is there. He should be wearing a tie.
I don't know, man.
It's just odd. It's an odd choice.
What do I know? I mean, to be honest, I'm.
Well, it looks douchey.
Yeah.
It's like saying we don't know fashion. That dude's wearing like a furry outfit.
Well, listen,
still a little douchey.
He's like 10 years older, so I mean, I could be getting there real soon. You know what I mean?
Maybe, yeah. You might come in one day and just be like, "Listen, these short sleeve button ups, they're convenient."
Yeah, right. They look classy, but you stay cool.
Yeah. Well,
what's your problem?
They're shirt mullets.
What are you so tired about? What's going on? You act like you have babies.
Yeah.
You act like you're your dad.
Ugh. He's popping out 4 teeth on the top right now. And so just existing hurts for him.
Yeah. Are you putting that I know what you're saying.
I swear to God, if you say that amber teething necklace around his neck, I'm gonna lose my mind.
No. Like, do you guys soak him with that like gel for his
No. No, because he's usually pretty good. It's just at night that's a little rough.
Yeah.
So if it's really bad, we'll give him a little bit of children's Tylenol.
Listen, I like this text. That dude's style is what kids wear to picture day in elementary school in 2008.
That's true.
Is that a 2008?
I would say so.
You know what I'm so sick of? You sticking people in eras.
Well, I didn't even say that one.
Well, yeah, you did. You just said you agreed.
Well, yeah, but you laughed at it.
I feel for this guy now because I know what it feels like to be bullied by people
Nobody's
like you.
Bullying you.
Yeah,
I
you're
said
bullying.
I said I appreciate your style because it's a 2005 style. Not when you throw that thermal underneath it. That's handsome.
How are button-up shirts
A style?
They've been around forever.
Yeah, but I feel like they hit their peak.
See, you're saying affliction. You're thinking affliction. You're thinking
Who said
buckle.
I didn't say affliction.
I will point two fingers at you, sir.
I didn't even just say affliction.
No, but that's what you're doing.
No, don't put words in my mouth. You bitch. If you're going to put anything in my mouth, it better be lower on your body. And, yeah.
That was weird.
No, I'm just saying, I think that's, at least in my experience, that's when, like, all the guys in school,
So you're telling
from
me
2005 to 2010, if you were to dress nice, you took that button-up, like a button-up shirt, flannel, and you rolled up the sleeves. That's just what we did from 2005 to 2010. And then everybody,
so you're
and then I
telling me-
graduated high
let me
school,
ask
so
you.
I don't even know.
So you're telling me pretty much anybody, I'll say this country look is just stuck in 2005.
Sure.
Is that? But is that?
Like I said, my idea might be wrong.
It's terribly wrong.
You
It's
don't
faulty.
know that. But I just am
do.
going back to what I know from 2005 to 2010 when I was still in school.
Well, I don't
when
agree.
Fashion mattered more. You know what I mean? And then I spent, 4 years at a factory when it was just T-shirts. And then I met you in 2014 or 12. And then I was like, look at that guy.
Hey, man, listen, do you got any scissors over there?
That's an odd question.
Well,
You got
I
your
got-
Leatherman. Use your Leatherman.
I have, oh my Jesus, did somebody just compare? I don't even want to finish the damn text. Did somebody, I swear to God, I'm going to lose it. Did somebody just compare me to Scott Stapp from Creed or whatever, Strap or whatever that dude, the lead singer is? I swear to God.
Well, what's wrong with that?
Did that?
What's wrong with Scott Stapp?
You guys, you know what? I'm not going to, it's way too early.
No, Scott Stapp wore V-necks and leather jackets. You don't wear that at all.
I used to love V-necks. I like deep V's. That's the only way
Oh,
I
his
wear
was
them.
deep.
Oh,
His
by the way,
was
we got
deep.
Dalton Palooza. We still got Lindsay. Lindsay made those deep V's, man, for the Dalton Palooza, baby. We're about 6 months out.
Yeah. This guy wore a lot of T-shirts.
Yeah. Good.
Well, I mean, he wore somebody. I'm not seeing anywhere his sleeves are rolled up. He does a lot of short sleeve button-ups.
Who?
Scott
Stapp?
Stapp, yeah.
One of our greatest singers of all time. I don't understand, man. I don't understand why people hate that guy so much.
I thought you were going to say, I don't understand what he's saying half the time.
Well, anyway.
Did a lot
All
of
right.
wife beaters, too. And then this oddly sexual pose.
You know what it is? It's because nobody wears boots. I got to get back into country. I got to get back into
I'm not even looking at your boots
but
anymore.
I think people, I've heard it on the text line where people say they wear boots and the boot cut jeans. I got to get back into the like country genre talk because I never once ever.
No.
You were the oddball out there.
That's true.
Yeah, because you wore your
Sweatshirts.
Vans, which I like. Was it Vans or Chucks? Whatever. You
Yeah,
don't wear Chucks anymore. I always like Chucks on you.
Oh, my feet are too wide for Chucks.
Really?
Yeah,
They
spill
poke out
over
the
the
side?
top. Yeah, they spill over the side. I got wide
you
feet.
wait, you tell me you got like a muffin top?
Yeah, I
for
get
your
muffin top on my feet, and I've
shallow feet, don't
I
you?
do. I pass it on to my son too. Like he can't wear any shoes. Like we had him in like size 6s, and we're like, why are these not fitting on
Yeah.
him? It's like, yeah, because his foot's as wide as it is long.
Yeah, I got I passed something on to my kid with feet issues. The nails go over the top of the toe like
Little helmets.
little helmets they grow around the toe. Does anybody else deal with that, or do yours go straight out?
Mine will go out. Sometimes they'll go up. Pinky toe goes out.
It goes up. Mine goes just like a little protection.
That's
Climb
odd.
the hell out of like a palm tree.
Yeah, and you put a picture on Facebook of it too, right?
Get those coconuts.
It was odd. I remember looking at it and saying, I ain't never seen nothing like that before. It was
Well,
some 2004 feet.
Yeah, see,
Was it-
I completely forgot about trimming my nails, and they started hurting in my boot. So my wife's sitting there, and I wanted her to notice them so I could get the reaction. It's kind of like when you pass gas and you're
Yep,
waiting
and
for
you're
your
waiting.
wife to smell it. And to me, that is gross. I understand what I'm saying is nasty. I get that, but boy, is that one of the best pleasures in life. Is
Yeah.
waiting for somebody else to smell something that came out of you.
Especially if you're in the car and you can hit the window lock. The window lock and turn the heat on.
Yeah, man.
Oh, yeah. You
Yeah,
do that for
that's
like
right.
a minute and a half and then
She noticed my toes, and I pick my toes. I don't cut them. I'm like a savage.
I pick mine too. I've never cut my toes.
I am-
Well, very rarely do I cut them.
Angie will cut them if they're getting too bad.
Like when you're sleeping,
Well,
like you used to do with kids.
Yeah. No, like when she would just sit there, she saw them and she's like, "Oh my god, I go, I'm gonna pick them." Sometimes I'll take my nails and I'll collect them after I pick them,
Yeah.
and then as she's on her phone or something, I'll put them on her chest until she notices.
Oh.
I do a lot of things. Well, just like
That's
on the
grossest thing
blanket,
I've ever heard.
on the
That's
blanket,
the grossest one.
or I'll leave them out by like on the table just so when she passes. I love when I'm waiting for a joke to happen, and I know that it's
like a
coming.
like a little prank, like waiting for somebody to sit on a whoopee cushion.
Yeah, I can't even look them in the face, man. Angie knows something's up.
Oh God, you're gross.
You're gross.
That's mean.
You're mean.
I've only paid you compliments.
I hope to God your kid teethes for another 2 weeks.
Oh, dude, he's gonna be teething for like next couple of months.
I can't look at that close.
What do you? Yeah, I know. That's a close little screen you got there.
Your farts are a good way to get your smell back from COVID, apparently. Is that true?
Yeah, remember you farted, and then Angie was like, "Oh, I can smell that."
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. When her smell's going back the other way now.
I was going back to nothing again.
So I don't have to wash as thoroughly now. I'm happy about.
Mm-hmm.
I
You can keep
be
a-
sweaty and a little stank.
Yeah, you can keep kind of like a dirty little
Bathing suit area.
yeah,
Yeah.
little bit
Jungle
more
down there.
flavorful. Mm-hmm. No, she can still see.
A little swamp.
A swampy boy, big old swampy boy.
All right. Well, let's play a song. We'll be right back. Yeah?
Yeah.
All right. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Hey, puppy. Hi, it's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Yeah, yeah, you do. Hey, beat the buzzer today, 9:10. We'll try giving away some money.
Did we give away any yesterday?
No. So, yeah, my wife going back, she's reverting since this nasty cold that you gave us a few weeks ago.
I think I might have another one, so I think that's on you.
Wait, you have another one right now?
I think it's allergies.
Okay, because I was going to say this would be your third cold in 3 weeks.
Yeah, well, I have a new baby, and it's the worst.
Yeah,
he puts his mouth on everything.
I get that. But her COVID smells going and taste is, she was terrible on Sunday. And there's nothing, she wished it upon me. This is how bad of a mood this girl was in on Sunday on Mother's Day that she wished it upon me.
Wow, that's terrible.
Yeah.
Wow, what a
She's
bad
like, wish
person.
you could go through this. And you know what I said? This is how I feel with my drive. Like you don't get it until you get it, and I understand about the taste and the smell thing too. And it's easy for me to, because there's nothing we can do about it. So we can feel bad, and I can hug her and tell her, everything's going to be all right. But where do we go from there? Because Daddy, I still got to eat.
Yeah, and I don't want to eat just plain food.
She can't do. What happened to our Titanic intro? Was that one just too long?
I don't know. There's a few of them that are gone. Remember? We just went through them all.
Is Titanic not in there?
Well, I don't know. I don't think so. I haven't heard it in months or years even. I don't know. My brain's so foggy right now.
Titanic is not in there. Sorry. Can't go to sleep, Islo. It's good stuff.
Can't go to sleep.
But anyway, so she's in the. Hold on.
I've been drinking a lot of apple cider vinegar lately. Did she try that?
Yeah, the girls tried everything. I'm trying to find our new.
The new ones.
I saved these.
Are they on the desktop?
Maybe I put them in intro to show. Does everybody needs to comment just for a second?
Listen, I'm calm. I'm calm, Daddy.
This is going to drive me nuts. Oh, Friday rejoined. Got it. And then, you all right, man? You're trying real hard today, aren't you? And then oh, God. Oh, Jesus. Anyway, yeah, so it's reverting, going backward. The girl is at the point now where she was talking to somebody that's going through exactly what she's going through. And they're getting injections in the neck right now.
Oh, my God.
But it doesn't last. I guess it's just going to take time to get these nerves. The girl can't have steak because she's getting nose plugs so she can eat. And when she goes out to a restaurant, she's going, I said, you guys sit by yourself.
Yeah, you're alone now.
Yeah, you just go sit in a single booth or just sit up at the bar or something like that.
I know we talked about, like, if you cheated on me, I'd stay with you and stuff like that. But if you start putting in nose plugs, like, I'm out.
Yeah, you can't walk near me. No, and she can't because everything smells like rotten flesh, like meat. She can't have chocolate. She can't have peanut butter. And here I am on my
chocolate and peanut butter diet.
Yeah, and I feel, and here's the thing. Like on Sunday, like it's Mother's Day, right? So I'm like, hey, going around with food or talking any food with her, she gets a little bummed out.
Yeah,
because
food is such a joy.
Yeah, and she doesn't know if she's going to be able to taste it. So I'm like, hey. I'm like, why don't we get some spicy Chinese for Mother's Day?
Heck yeah.
And she's like, okay, that might be good. Which, by the way, it was she somewhat enjoyed it. So that was good. But we had to stop at Walmart and I had to get a soaker hose. And
the hell's a soaker hose?
It's bedroom play. And then
oh God.
No, it's a hose that you put on all those arborvitaes and you just turn it on and the water just soaks through so you don't got to sit there and spray it or put a sprinkler on it.
So like a broken hose.
Yeah, basically. And I went and I'm like, what I'm going to do is she was out looking at the plants. I'm going to run over and grab some Walmart dessert. Okay. I bought it.
Yeah.
And I meet her out by the plants and I was expecting her to just be like, oh my God, that's great. Thank
Best
you.
husband
This is-
ever.
Yeah, no, I didn't get none of that. It was, oh, how much was this? Because I don't know if we want this, we could just take this back. And I'm like, well, Ange, the kids might
Yeah.
like it. She was like,
We're not all disabled.
right. She was bummed out because it was like I don't know, whatever the hell it was, but she was bummed out because it was revolved around food. And I'm like, I am so sorry. I just shouldn't talk food around you. And people that are dealing with this, it has gotta suck.
Yeah. It sounds terrible. And like, it's still so new that literally they're just like, we don't know if it's going to come back for you.
Right. Well, she's been going on a year now with it. Some people are like, I've had it for 3 months. It's terrible. Our daughter's going on 8 months. Angie's close to a year with it. Did Angie try the cooking the orange? Yeah. She has done all of this. I just showed her because you know how she only thinks there's hot women on TikTok?
Yeah.
Well, there's hot women now talking about the parasomnia or Paris. I don't know how to pronounce it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of great resources and tips they've tried.
Yeah.
But
But their boobs are out, so she doesn't want to listen.
Right. It's the only way I listen.
Yeah. It's what they do with Game of Thrones.
But she's it's weird because I can't put myself in it right now, but in my head, and this is terrible to think.
Yeah.
But I think because I haven't dealt with it, but I think I could handle it. But can I? You know, in my head, I'm like,
probably for a few months I could handle it because I thought about that too. Because my buddy of mine got COVID and then he lost his smell and taste and stuff, but he only lost it for 2 weeks,
right?
And he dropped like 30 pounds.
Right? Wouldn't that be nice?
He's like, because you just don't want to eat. He's like, nothing tastes like anything. He's like, so you only eat when you physically feel like you're need hungry.
You don't realize how joyful food is. It's kind of like this. When I'm on a diet, I don't want to go to a restaurant because I don't want to go get a salad at a restaurant. So like, this is how Angie feels all the time. You know?
Yeah, just imagine that.
Yeah.
Imagine being on a diet with no opportunity for a cheat day.
Yeah, God. Yeah,
That's terrible.
Angie, at one point, she hasn't said this in a while, but she said it's just texture. She's like, what do I want as texture? Crunchy? Do I just want just
crunchy
yogurt?
or soft?
Yeah.
Yay. That sounds awful, man.
Damn.
That sounds so bad.
It's weird, COVID. Yeah, it's weird, man.
It's a weird symptom. But, to be honest, it's kind of the better of the senses to lose.
We don't want to do your eyes.
Like if it was eyes and hearing.
Yeah. Hearing would be terrible.
Yeah, eyes and hearing,
Touch.
that just goes away, and they're just like, you can't feel anything.
You can't feel anything.
Like Angie got shot 3 days ago, and she's like, oh, would you look at that? I didn't even feel it.
She's walking around with a stick in her.
Yeah.
Ugh. Yeah, no, man. It's got to be terrible. And there's nothing.
Nothing anybody can do.
A lot of people say you can get the nose ring, and it probably works for some people. Angie's just having a terrible time. Like she gets bummed out, which in turn bums me out.
Yeah,
because it's not that she's fighting; she's just sad.
Yeah, she's bummed out. She's not making you happy,
right? Or her sole purpose on this earth.
Yeah, birth children, make her husband happy.
Yeah, she did all the orange thing, and people are texting and giving their tips right now. But yeah, she's done a lot.
Yeah. Every time I send you something, you always ignore me, and then later I ask you if you saw it, and you're like, "Yeah, she tried it."
I told her just get it back. That
just
doesn't
stop.
work. Just stop not smelling.
Yeah,
stop not tasting.
Mm-hmm. The same thing that people do about depression and anxiety. Just don't be sad anymore.
Do you remember that one dude that heard what he wanted and then he ripped us apart on one of those pages?
Oh
about
God,
this
with time.
Yeah, the zinc. I did hear that sucking on those zinc lozenges. You know.
Yeah. Lozenges.
That's it.
Did she try that?
I think. I don't know.
What about pennies? She should just be throwing everything that she finds on the ground at the mall in her mouth.
She said She's like, what do you think about a chiropractor? She's like, apparently they can solve everything with an adjustment. I go, man, if you wanna.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
The problem with the chiropractors, though, first, I don't think medical is covered.
No, most places don't. At least that I went to. I've 2 chiropractors in my area. I've gone
You're
to both
paying
of
out
them.
of pocket.
Yeah, and it's and you pay out of pocket.
Does
for
it
them.
feel good, like while they're doing it, cracking?
Oh God, yeah.
I bet.
Oh, it feels awesome. But you know what else feels awesome? When you have your kids walk on your back and you feel it crack.
Right.
I mean, like that also feels pretty good.
Did they do your neck? That one terrifies me.
Yeah, they did my neck and
Did it crack?
it cracked twice. And he was like, "Those were good cracks," and I was like, "Please don't do that again," because I
Really?
don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like when other people do it. I get jealous when people can just turn and crack all of their joints because I can't.
The problem with that
I can crack my hands, and that's pretty much it.
the chiropractor is when you go there and you got to establish it. It's pretty much like any place, but they got to do X-rays and they got to do all this stuff to soak money out of you.
Oh God, I didn't have to do any
Oh,
of
you
that.
didn't?
No.
I thought it was a thing that they had to check.
No,
Like
no,
a
at least
what
I
do you
didn't.
what do you call that? Like a once over.
Yeah, like
You
give
know.
you your full once over physical, so they have a base every time.
30.
Well, I'd get that at the dentist.
Yeah.
Yeah, always checks my prostate at the dentist,
Yeah, it's a weird one.
and I ask him like why, and he says, you know.
Well, back in the day, that's you grew teeth there, but we've evolved where the teeth have fallen
I still
out.
have a few teeth. They're all canines.
I thought Jake said Angie was starting to get her taste and smell back a few months ago. She was, and then she got a nasty cold, and it just like heightened. It made it way worse.
Nasty cold, or did she get another strain of COVID?
Maybe, and it's
She
this.
could have. That would have sucked.
Everybody said, people are like, you don't know what it's like until you go through it. Hey, listen, I don't want to hear it. Because that's with everything.
That's true.
I don't have parents. You don't know what it's like until you go through that.
Yeah.
I don't live around any family. You don't know what it's like until you know what I mean.
Is this what you're saying to Angie?
No,
She's like, I can't.
I'm just thinking of that dude. That dude that
Oh,
bitched
from-
at us like
yeah.
a couple months ago, and
Right before we went on vacation.
he was very nice. He was a very nice guy, and
Was
he was
he?
like, oh my god, I take this back. I didn't know it was going to blow up like this. But everybody on social media were like, that's why I hate those guys. Also, they rape women.
Yeah, it's like Jesus.
Which, by the way, that was said about Mommy AF Group, wasn't it? Wasn't
Yeah,
it? It was something like
something along those lines. Some of those mommy AFs are crazy. You know which ones they are.
I know you're dealing with it, but man, God, I'm getting worked up again about that dude.
Yeah, he was the worst. He was a bad person.
Yeah.
I bet you he's swerved to hit a cat before.
80. Oh man, did I tell you? Yeah, I did.
You
I ran,
did.
I ran.
But I don't think you
I didn't
swerved to hit it though.
No, I didn't. That thing ran right in front of me. That one girl that just blew up on us a little while ago, she ended up deleting all that.
Oh yeah.
And at the
what
very
was her name? Because like everybody tore into her. It was awesome.
at the very end, I read what she said, and she still couldn't accept that she was wrong.
Yeah, what she said. Yeah, basically what was said was, "Don't come after me because I didn't hear the break."
Yeah, and it's like, wow.
I was like, what are you talking about?
Hey, we have that girl coming in today.
Oh God, she's late.
No, 7.
Oh, never mind. She's not late.
If it's 6, then she's just been hanging out in the parking lot, and we haven't been answering any of her calls.
Well, she hasn't called,
That's true.
or I haven't paid attention.
I think it's 7 o'clock. We'll chat with her.
Oh,
We'll
yeah.
job shadow.
I forgot.
What grade she in?
Senior, I think.
She's senior.
Maybe a
Good.
junior.
I got these high school girls coming in.
Jacob.
I don't know what I'm saying. I was trying to do Matthew McConaughey and the movie, right? Help me out here because this is
Give me
making
the
me
shovel.
look.
Give me,
I
give
know,
it
but
here. No, give me the
just like-
shovel.
what I like
Before
about
you
high
keep-
school
Thank
girls
you.
is
No, where did you get the other shovel?
I keep getting older, and they stay the same age. Yeah, all right. It's not me saying it.
Well, you just
I was
did.
trying to be creepy and
If Quinn wanted to, he could isolate that audio.
yeah. Don't do that. Don't be an Autumn. Don't be a Dakota.
Is that what? Oh yeah, and then Becky.
Don't be a Becky.
They were all taking turns. They were all taking turns getting wrecked by one woman.
Yeah.
That was a fan of ours that spent her whole day just destroying all these people. All of them. She gets destroyed, so she stopped. Dakota shows up, destroyed, so she stops. And then this Becky shows up out of nowhere, wrecked in the first text. It was awesome.
Lillian, let's say it that way. That looks a little bit better. Yeah, here we go. Hey, just checking. I am so happy she wrote an email. She's very professional here because
Did she call us heroes?
she didn't.
Dude, it's like the one thing we asked her to do. And we gave her $160 too.
I was just checking in before the interview tomorrow morning. Interview?
She's interviewing us.
Oh, I was like, are we hiring her?
I remember when that other interview guy came in
Oh, yeah, he was terrible.
and he called you a short king. I loved it so much.
Yeah, for him not listening to morning show radio, he knew a little bit about it.
He did, yeah. Well, he said he listened to us. He used to listen to us every morning until he got his own car.
Yeah, and that made me feel bad until I started thinking if you would have you would have asked us in 11th, 12th grade in my high school year and asked if you listen to morning show radio, absolutely not. Nobody did. They all listened to CDs. They'd be like, "No, I listen to CDs on my way to school."
Yeah, I had an iPod hooked up to my car stereo because you know what? These voices, they ain't bumping my bass like those,
Right.
like my iPad was, my iPod and some of my CDs.
So I stopped feeling bad. That guy was just doing it to get
a
I'm
grade.
done with that. I'm going to interview these kids before they come in
And see if they like, if
to
we
see
like them.
to see if they even want to do what we do.
Yeah.
Because that
Wait.
guy wanted no part of it.
No, he wanted a podcast.
Barely.
Which
he was going into nursing or something.
oh yeah.
And he was like, I don't know. We had to pick something, and you guys
Oh,
are
yeah.
closest to a podcast.
Oh, yeah,
and I
and he-
thought that was interesting.
He was like, and I can't job shadow a nurse.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh, okay. I guess it makes sense, but it's mean.
All right. How come you guys never brought Sydney back? All part-timers. This wasn't an us thing. It was all part-timers didn't come back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think the station only kept one. It was Devin. And now he's basically a full timer.
And they kept Devin because he can do all on-air shifts.
Yeah, they slut him out. Like
They really do. He's the town bicycle.
Oh God, yeah.
He gets a turn with everybody's day part.
My God, do I love when we pick on him because he just accepts it.
He knows his place.
He does. It's starting to piss me off. I get it.
Yeah, okay,
I get
fair,
it.
fair. That's fair.
Fair enough.
That's fair. All right. We'll get to some important things next. Hang on. Doodaloo-doo. Jonah Hill was supposed to play the Riddler. Did you know that?
No, he was supposed to play Penguin.
No,
I
it said
thought he was supposed to play Penguin.
he know well that said on here on this news screenrant.com that he wanted 10 million and they said no. And so it went to Dano or whatever.
Yeah, Paul Dano.
I love that guy.
Yeah, he was great at it.
Robert Pattinson's pay
$2 million.
3, which I thought it was going to be more than that. Let me go through some of these here.
I would have liked him. I would have liked him as Riddler. I wanted him to do. I thought at least one report I thought I had read. I probably dreamt it. Was that he was going to do Penguin, but they asked him to put on a bunch of weight because the Penguin's always historically fat.
Maybe
he said no.
Maybe he didn't want to do the Penguin, but he got offered the Riddler, and then they're like,
"Well, we want you in this somehow."
So bankable stars, okay, like Tom Cruise for Top Gun,
20, right?
13 million.
Okay. But he probably gets some back end off
I'm
tickets.
sure. Like, he owns that movie. They said when you do a Tom Cruise movie, he decides everything. He's just not the actor.
Yeah. He's executive producer. He gets, he throws some money at the movie, he gets it all.
Brad, oh my God, dude, I want to see Bullet Train so bad with Brad Pitt. It's going to be so good. He got 20 million on that. I don't know what Gosling did, but he got 20 million for something.
He has a new movie out that I really want to see.
What is it? Because he got
something with a real girl. I gotta look this up because it's somebody.
Wait,
I am.
Are you talking about that when he was in love with a blow-up doll or a fake?
Oh yeah, is that not?
That's
new?
really old. That's like
really
10
old?
years old.
I heard it's really good.
Lars and the real girl.
Yes.
Yeah, dude, he just fell in love with the real girl.
And the whole town, his therapist was like, everybody needs to play along with this.
Yeah, and they were, and he was going to dinner. It was crazy.
I heard it was a good movie.
So, what did Gosling do though for 20 million? And Keanu Reeves got 12 to 14. Dude, the age of the movie stars is coming to an end. It really is.
Yeah, I think so.
You're not I think 90s actors, late 90s, that's when it was amazing to be an actor, right? Maybe the 80s too, but the 80s, the movies, I think we've evolved into better movies and better camera work. And you get into the late 90s, dude, I've said it before, but hold on. 1997
was
movies.
A big year for movies.
Oh, these are crap.
98, maybe. 98, I know, was a really good year for movies, too. Because that was Titanic and Armageddon.
Sorry. It was 1999. If I go through some of these 1999 movies. Dang it. Was it 99? Well, I hate what they're doing here. Which one was when Fight Club was? Because you Boondock Saints, Girl Interrupted, Magnolia. When was Fight Club? I thought Fight Club was 99. Or was that 98?
Look this up. Fight Club 99. No, Fight Club was 99. Bro.
Oh, somebody even has this list. This is 1990, the movies that define one of the best film years ever. Fight Club, Magnolia, The Matrix. Holy cow. Did you just hear those 3 movies?
I've never seen Magnolia.
That's really good. 10 Things I Hate About You, Eyes Wide Shut, Office Space, South Park, Boys Don't Cry, Blair Witch Project.
Pokemon the movie 2000.
Sixth Sense.
The Mummy.
Virgin Suicides.
Toy Story 2.
Dude, what a great Cruel Intentions. Being John Malkovich. I just think
Galaxy Quest.
I think that year, that 19, I think the late 90s, maybe even getting into the early 2000s, were spectacular to be an actor.
Yeah, probably from 1995 to 2005. That 10-year stretch was probably amazing to be an actor. Because after 2005, then YouTube started coming out.
Yep.
And getting a little bit more popular.
The YouTube stars. And then, you're competing with TikTok stars now. And I think the kids that are growing up, they don't care about actors. And
what really changed was in 2009 when Iron Man came out. Not just because superhero movies started taking over, but I feel like at that point you stopped looking at who was in the movie and just looking at was it connected to something else.
Yeah, boy,
Like, 'cause-
I just feel like that. I know I'm such a small part on this, but I just feel like that was the demise of theater in India. Because all of the money goes to those movies.
Yeah, and then you get the studios to come back and say, yeah, but then they make the money, so then they can possibly do these smaller movies.
Bull. They never do.
Yeah, I know they say
Just-
it, and
just
I can't think of any.
Like Irishman wouldn't have got made without Netflix, which was
Yeah.
outstanding. Elizabeth Olsen just said something, and I was like, I guess I never looked at it that way. She understands that it's not indie. I think she called it like indie art movies that they're doing. Like Lock, Stock, and which by the way, I just saw a clip of this, and I'm like, dude, you really need to watch that because it's so flippin' great. And it's called Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels, and I haven't seen it in years, but you need to watch that.
About cowboys?
No.
Really?
No.
With the title with Two Smoking Barrels?
Dude, you want to see it? You want to watch a trailer?
I do, Daddy-O.
But she says it's just a different performance.
1998.
Come watch this with me.
Who does it? Jason Statham's in it.
Yeah. That's when Jason Statham was all right. And he wasn't doing just movies like Cranked. Actually, I don't know.
That movie was supposed to go to Nick Cage. His name's Bacon?
Yeah. So good. It is so good. You can't hear it. You can't understand anything.
Is that Dr. Phil?
Do you like Guy Ritchie films?
Yeah. This looks good. I would watch this.
Yeah. It's similar to like Snatch.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's not give you that. Or if you like that, I think you would like two Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Really good. Now, where do you stream that? I'll tell you. Netflix.
Oh, it's on Netflix?
I guess. You could watch it right now.
Let me check.
No, it says it currently isn't available in this country.
Oh, yeah. It's because right now it says you can get it on, it's $3.99 if you want to rent it.
It's worth it. I used to own it on Divid until I got rid of all my 100 DVDs that I think I had.
You brought it to a pre-played place and they gave you $7.
I actually put it on Craigslist because I told Angie, I'm like, this is going fast. Because this is when Blu-ray was taking off, right? And none of my DVDs were Blu-ray.
Yeah.
And that was the future. I thought that's what it was all going to go to. And
it did for a minute.
I hurried up and put all those DVDs on Craigslist, and I said $75 for all of these movies, plus the sweet-ass DVD case that sits by your TV.
Yep. Yeah, that's like when you get rid of your car when it starts to make a noise.
Yeah.
You're like, oh, I'm going to trade this in now before it stops working and I get nothing for it.
I wonder if I could have made more money on eBay now. Like thinking
maybe.
about it.
Yeah, but you would have it would take more time. $75 in one big lump sum, or maybe you would have got 120, but you would have had to sell a bunch of them individually.
Yeah, how annoying is that?
Yeah, that would have been terrible.
That's terrible.
Absolutely
That's
terrible.
yeah.
I would have hated it.
I would have too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my sister and brother-in-law still have a bunch of DVDs.
Like buy their TV?
Not buy the TV, but I think they have boxes filled with them. Because, dude, they were I think you were the same way, where it was like every Tuesday you go to Walmart and you pick up the new release. What just
it became
came
a
out.
problem. I would just go and just get one.
Yeah.
That was interesting.
That's what they would do, and I almost envy it.
Well,
because there was no. You just watched movies because you thought it might look good.
Well, you got to understand too, children, if you're listening, this was a time before streaming. So your streaming was the DVDs.
Mm-hmm.
They were the DVDs that are sitting beside the TV. That was our equivalent to streaming and to watch what you want when you want.
See, these kids are, but I'm still absolutely amazed when I'm scrolling through Netflix or Prime or HBO Max or any of them, and I find something I want to watch and I click it and it just starts playing. I just did it the other day where I sat back and I was like, oh my God, this is so much better than what we used to do.
You mean putting a DVD in?
Like you'd sit crisscross applesauce. Well, back then it was called Indian style, but now it's called crisscross applesauce. You'd sit down in front of the DVD thing, or you'd go over to your buddy's house who had all the DVDs, and you would look. And you'd look and you'd look and you'd look, and maybe you'd grab like 3 or 4 of them.
It was annoying. I used to have a couple DVDs that were, you had to flip them over.
Halfway through?
Yeah, it's like, what are you doing, man?
Yeah, Titanic was that way.
Goodfellas was like that. Just flip it over to side B. What?
Yeah, it would stop right at like the climax, and then it would be like, flip it to side B.
All the DVD extras are just YouTube now. That's true. And it's kind of like to bring this back to radio a little bit, I can't stand, I don't even look at, hey, you get to interview Kitty from That 70s Show. Nobody cares anymore unless they are an A-list celebrity. Nobody is going to care when they can just watch that on YouTube.
Yeah, and even when it is an A-list celebrity, like when they had a few years ago, the pop station in Milwaukee had Ed Sheeran, and they were going to interview him. But instead of just interviewing him, which Ed Sheeran in 2017 was an A-list celebrity for a pop station.
Yeah, definitely.
They still had to have him do something. So he drew on a woman's arm like he was giving her tattoos while doing the interview.
It's just got to be something completely different. It's got to be something different. And that's thanks, Jimmy Fallon.
Yeah, Jimmy Fallon's kind of who's watching that? Everybody I talk to.
I don't know.
Who talk about late night shows. Nobody's watching any of these late night shows. Why are they still on?
What do you mean VHS tapes? Let's bring those back. What's wrong with you?
Hell?
Why would you ever want that?
The quality was terrible. You'd have to rewind it. Like let's remember the good old days weren't always great.
No. Speaking of VHS.
Yeah, VHS, cassettes.
Cassettes were awful.
8-tracks. You think that's great?
God, I was trying to find this again because we're kind of on the entertainment business and movies, and I just had a thing that was all of these sequels that are coming out that you're unaware of. And I got so excited because I completely forgot, and it's probably going to be terrible, but I'm going to make Angie go to the theater with me to watch Young Guns 3. Oh, love me some Young Guns.
I got excited, a little excited, but then I got sad because I had to do something. But the second Avatar movie is finally coming out this year.
I saw the trailer for that.
Yeah, Way of Water, and the trailer looks fine. You know, it looks like an Avatar movie in the water.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is. They're just not in the sky, so they didn't. Yeah, right.
And I liked the first Avatar movie, but the reason that I'm upset is because now I have to rewatch the Avatar movie, and it's like 5 hours long.
It really is.
It's like they were coming out with an Interstellar 2. It's like, oh, great. I got to go watch this first one again.
Predator 5 coming. Knives Out 2. Hocus Pocus 2.
Okay, dumb.
Creed 3.
Dumb.
Creeds are really good.
I've never watched a single Rocky movie, so.
You kind of don't really have to, but it's really good. Just going through some of the ones that Transformers, blah, blah, blah. Indiana Jones 5.
Dumb.
Equalizer.
Dumb.
Are those good?
I don't know. It's the first time Denzel Washington's ever been in a sequel.
Dune 2.
Okay, I didn't watch the first Dune. I've been meaning to.
Triplets, which is Twins 2. That's an old 80s one.
Yeah, that was Danny DeVito and Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Mad Max, which I'm excited about. I really like the one with Tom Hardy.
Is he coming back for it? He wasn't really the focus.
Probably. I mean, he's Mad Max.
Yeah, but he really wasn't the focus of the first movie, was he? It was kind of more Charlize Theron, wasn't it?
He was a pretty big part of
He was a big part of it, but he didn't have as many lines as she did.
What do you think they're going to just recast him?
No. I just thought that that movie
But
was more of a Charlize Theron movie than it was the Mad Max movie.
I mean, I guess.
You know what I mean?
Sure. I don't. His character, though, is quiet.
Is it?
Yeah.
I didn't watch the other ones.
Yeah.
I just remember people being like, this was more of a Charlize Theron movie than it was a Tom Hardy movie.
Quiet Place 3.
I'm kind of done with those.
Baby Driver 2.
Never watched the first one.
It's really good. Bad Boys 4, of course.
Dumb.
Boondock Saints 3.
Dumb. They screwed up with Bad Boys 4 because they named the third one Forever.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, why not save
Will
that
Smith.
for the fourth one?
It's probably going to take a minute to come out.
Yeah.
Big Trouble in Little China 2, which, cool.
Really?
I guess. Cloverfield 4, Demolition Man 2.
Oh, God, I'm so over Cloverfields. The first Cloverfield was fantastic. It really had this nice mystery to it. And then all they did was take movies that didn't have funding and say, oh, let's just turn this into a Cloverfield movie. Like that 10 Cloverfield Lane was not made to be a Cloverfield spinoff. The Cloverfield Paradox, not made to be a Cloverfield spinoff. They just shoehorned it in there.
Edge of Tomorrow 2. Look at Django Unchained 2.
Never watched the first one.
Is that Quentin's final?
That can't be true then. He wouldn't do that for his final movie.
I don't know.
A sequel? Well, he did say he wanted to make his final movie a Star Trek movie.
Face Off 2.
Really?
Gladiator 2.
Well, we're just going back to late 90s and early 2000s and just saying 2.
Gremlins 3. I Am Legend 2.
There-
Kingpin 2.
Yep, there it is.
Labyrinth 2. Legally Blonde 3. Hey, Lethal Weapon. I'm all right with that. Lethal Weapon 5.
With Mel Gibson.
RoboCop returns.
God.
Young Guns 3. Tron 3. I didn't even care for Tron. Holy cow.
It's like, screw these superhero movies. I need more sequels to 80s movies nobody asked for.
Dude. Lethal Weapons are fun.
I watched the first one, I think.
One where he shows Mel with the gun to his head right away.
Yeah.
Is that the first one or is that the second one?
Oh, I don't know.
It's been a minute.
I've seen a lot of clips of it. It's where the black guy says, I'm getting too old for this S.
Oh, okay. That's all of my All right. Oh. I gotta go.
Yeah.
I gotta see what. Oh, hold on. I might have to say something here. I do. I think we're going to talk Planet Fitness. Boy, if you want to get in gladiator shape, or Mel Gibson in Mad Max shape, or Tom Hardy in Mad Max shape, Planet Fitness is where you would want to. That's where they go.
Oh, well, yeah, it is. And it's only $10 a month with zero commitment. So right after the movie gets out, you don't have to wait for a contract. You could just be like, oh, okay, I'm done with this. But you're not going to want to because it's only $10 a month. Why would you cancel that?
Judgment-free zone. Planet Fitness is a family where employees are there to encourage and get to know you. Clean facilities. Did you say that?
No.
Clean. My God, clean. They actually have a guy with white gloves. He'll come around and he'll check. They'll inspect all the machines. You know those like secret shoppers they have at other stores?
Yep.
Try to catch people doing bad things. Well, they do that. They're trying to see if there's any dirt or any dust anywhere.
Yep.
So they're constantly cleaning.
It's crazy because when we did a walkthrough, the dude grabbed his white cotton gloves and just started wiping stuff, and those things almost came out cleaner.
Really? Honest to God. Check it out. $10 a month, no contract. PlanetFitness.com. You got a take from Jake and Tanner ready to go?
No, because it didn't record yesterday.
Bummer. I think you won.
I did.
If I do remember correctly.
Hey, $100 today.
So we're going to be playing for 100 at the 8 o'clock hour. So do you remember last week I was talking about that Alabama corrections officer?
Yes.
Okay, so let me just give you a little backstory on this. This is a little while ago. She's Alabama. She's been working at this jail for years, like 27 years or something. Ideal employee. She's higher ranked than most that are in there because she's been there so long.
25 years.
Right. Everybody trusts her. Everybody loves her. There's a dude named Casey White. He is in jail for murder. And he was like going away for
I think it was 75 years with zero chance of parole.
So she must have fallen in love with this guy while he was there.
Well, he was 6'8".
She's got to be lonely, right? I mean, to fall in love with the prisoner, this is weird because she's been so many years around those type of people, and she's never had a relationship with any of them. This just happened out of the blue. Maybe she's feeling like she's getting older.
Can't help who you fall in love with.
I guess. So she's like, hey, listen, I'll take him to the court. And usually you always have two people that take you to the court. She's like, I got it. I'm going to meet some other officers. And also I'm not feeling really well. So right after I drop him off with the other officers, I'm going to go to medical. Fine, whatever. It's her. She's been here 27 years.
Yeah.
Later that day, they find out that he never went to the courtroom. Didn't need to be there. She took off with him. By the way, she filed for her retirement. She sold her house. She sold all her belongings, and she was on the lam with this dude. And at first, they're like, it's got to be a thing where he kidnapped her, but that's not the case. They were running away. I don't know how they think in today's world you're going to get away with something like that.
Oh, did they not?
No, they just here. Let me read. She died. She offed herself. Yeah, former Alabama correction officer Vicky White died from injuries after an escaped inmate, Casey White, which, by the way, not related.
But it's Alabama, so they might have been.
Right, were arrested in Indiana earlier.
Indiana!
Yesterday, yeah. She was hospitalized earlier with self-inflicted gunshot wounds after being taken into custody. Apparently, she was very, very, very serious when they took her in. Like, when I read this, she came out of a hotel in Indiana, and she was wearing a wig, and somebody's like, man, looks familiar. Yeah. So they called the police, and then there was a little bit of a chase. Cops never even shot a gun. She's the only one that shot, which was on herself. And I was thinking of this yesterday, like, just where are you? Where are you? Were you ready to give up your life if you got caught? Because there is a high probability. Well, I'm just wondering if she thought about this beforehand, because the probability of you getting caught is really high.
Yeah.
Or did you actually think you were going to make it
to Canada? I guess.
Where are you going? Because I get it. Like, dude, committing these type of crimes in the 80s, in the 90s, sure. Easier. Because there's not everybody doesn't have a phone. There's just social media now. I learned about this from my phone. Everybody can see you. There's cameras everywhere. You have no privacy.
Well, that's the thing. Yeah, in 80s and 90s, you didn't know about local stories like that. Like that would have hit, local Alabama news. Maybe would have hit like world news or maybe like the 6 o'clock news. But honestly, who's watching that other than the elderly?
Well, that's why back in the day, if you wanted a new start, you just moved to a different state, and nobody knew your past. Nobody knew your crimes. Even the police officers would have to contact the other state that you lived in.
Yep.
It was just now everybody's got Google and the computer and your phone. You carry that stuff around like an STD or old luggage.
Yeah. Yeah, those are basically. I assumed that she was like, hey, either we're going to live a good life or I'm out, because she knows what it's like to be in prison.
I guess, man, where are you in your life? How unhappy are you where you go, I mean, get some bees. You know what I mean? If
Yeah.
you need a change,
Yeah, man.
get a dog.
Yeah, get go down to the bar. You're a lady, and she wasn't like the worst looking lady in the world. Go down to the bar, point at your private spot, and just be like, "Who wants it?"
I mean, honestly, you got to be completely unhappy knowing, okay, most likely we're not going to get away with this. And when it happens, I'm going to kill myself.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Why? You don't get to stay in hotels when you're running like that. You sleep in your car in like rest areas. Nobody wants to look at anybody in rest areas. You just keep driving.
Where are you going to go, though?
I think they were probably trying to get up to Canada, right? I mean, from Alabama, they were in Indiana. They're probably trying to make their way up to Canada.
Yeah, but how does this dude have a passport?
He probably doesn't. They probably would have tried to sneak across somewhere.
You mean find a little area you can...
Yeah, where there's not a border patrol, just kind of like...
My anxiety is going through the roof because if this was me, what would I do in this situation? If I'm like, we're out of here. Because you can't go to get on a plane. There's just no possible way you're going to get on a plane with a dude he's probably still not wearing an orange jumpsuit.
Right,
you know what I mean?
But maybe.
Would you just try to go find because I would even be too scared to go to Canada. And even if I was trying to find a place to ski me through in Canada, where? I get so lost in directions.
I don't know why they chose Canada and not Mexico.
Well, I don't know. You're just saying that.
Well, they're going north. So
Yeah.
I assume that they were trying to get out of the country. That's just what I would have done. So I'm assuming they would. But why wouldn't you go down south more? Your money's going to take you farther in Mexico. You know what I mean?
So how would you, here's my thought, Lo. Like, if this happened to me, what would I do to get to Mexico? Like,
She's got her car.
Yeah, but you still got to have passports.
If you go through legally.
Yeah, but
I think at that point, she's going to try to find a way to get across without border patrol.
Yeah, but how do you, I guess her being in the business, maybe she knows.
Yeah, just look it up, figure it out, talk to...
What would you do?
I would try to sneak across to Mexico.
But how would you do that?
I would probably Google it. I mean, to be honest, I'd probably hop on Reddit and say, where can I get to Mexico without a passport? And I would just take their word for it. Because that would make more sense to me than going anywhere else. Because they don't speak the language.
So
they're not getting the news.
What would happen if, okay, so say you got to stay in the United States, though.
And then I try to get to Wyoming.
Oh, thank you. Our lady's here.
Or she's early.
Where
is she?
She's
in
out.
the front?
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah, I'd probably get to Wyoming.
Lady. You're creepy.
I didn't say it.
Wyoming, yeah, man, that's God's country.
Well, that's got so little people. There's I think
Gabby Petito.
That's true. Yeah, and it took her a while. It took them a while to find them. But yeah, I think the entire state of Wyoming doesn't have as many people as the city of Milwaukee. You know what I mean?
I don't know. My anxiety's going through the roof.
You're not on the lam, Jake.
No, I know. I know, but it just feels
you're like
just
I gotta get out of here.
Just putting myself in that situation and just terrible. I don't know how you get away with anything anymore.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how. Well, that's probably why we don't hear about serial killers anymore. There's no Night Stalker, Pogo the Clown, Ted Bundy. They're not running around murdering people because I think you murder one person, you know exactly who it is.
Yeah.
Cameras everywhere.
Somebody said, "Can you please ask her if she was hard on her mama when she walks in?"
Oh God! I mean, yeah. How big of a baby were you?
All right, we got a interview. Lillian, I think she goes by Lily. We'll chat with her next. It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. I don't even know who gave her a visitor tag. There's like, our girl isn't up there. Was it a girl that gave you that?
What?
Was it
Your
like
visitor tag?
Your visitor tag.
No, it was.
Or did you guys just reach back there and get it?
No.
We also don't know how that works.
I just told her that. I'm going, did you get
That
that?
might be how it works. You're
Like,
supposed
did you
to just
sign in? Great.
Yeah, I don't know. A guy with a red shirt. He came up to the door.
Oh,
he was
that-
like, "Oh, hi."
That dude.
I haven't learned his name yet.
Yeah, me neither.
He's been here for at least 2 years.
Yeah.
Nice guy, I guess.
He seems nice.
Yeah.
Lily, a few weeks ago, if you don't remember. Well, no, actually, Sarah Meyer is your teacher.
Yep.
She contacted us. I think. Was it her? Or did you contact her
I
first?
contacted you guys first.
Trying to remember how this went down. You contacted. You're a junior at Bayport.
Yep.
And you're interested in doing radio. Now, I'm excited about this because this used to happen in our life a lot more. Years ago when radio was a little bit bigger in kids' eyeballs.
Yeah, and Spotify wasn't as big.
Yeah, Spotify. And now it's just like your parents can get you a microphone and a board and you could be having listeners from your closet within like 2 hours. It's crazy. Think about that.
It's pretty intense. And from what, like, you don't even need that many. Like, in the great scheme of things, you don't need that many to make a good living doing it. Like 2,000, something like that.
Yeah,
then you
are
can
you
really
like
start
throwing on a Patreon
like
or
podcasts,
something?
like 2,000, or even, and then you get sponsorships. I think 2,000 is like where like the national ones would start looking at your podcast.
Yeah,
if you
right.
have that many unique users.
Yeah, it's just wild. And it used to happen a lot more where kids would want to come in and hang out, and now it doesn't. So when you were out of the blue, then we had another guy a couple months ago come in, but he wanted nothing to do with radio.
He was mean to us.
He was very mean.
He was horribly mean to us.
Yeah, my friend and I listened to that.
You did?
Yeah.
He was mean.
So why do you want in a dying career is what I'm asking.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's not dying. It's not.
Was
It's
the
always,
newspaper not looking for interns?
it'll always be here. It's just
Yeah.
going to change.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, wait. What interests you about this career?
I don't know. I mean, I was telling Tanner earlier, like for college and stuff, like I want to go for like dance as my main thing because I'm a competitive dancer. But I was thinking of like English or like journalism as a backup. But
Wait a minute. What do you do? Like, what do you mean? How do you make money competitive? You just
Have you never seen?
What is it, like bull riding?
Have you never seen Stomp the Yard?
Well, no, but
Step Up?
yeah, but
Well, like,
they're all high schoolers, aren't they?
No, this is your career. They
but
go
what are
to
you gonna
dance
do? Like,
competitions.
How are your parents not talking you out of that? Seriously, because how are you not like how are you going to
well,
make?
my mom went to school for dance and
let
theater.
her go for her dream.
Yeah.
No, that's
My
right.
God!
That's all right. But what are you like? Are you going to be a dancer like behind like whoever, Mariah Carey or
Yeah,
whoever
so-
we play?
Well, I do competitive dance now, but if you go into the field of dance, then there's like a bunch of different careers. Like you can be hired for like movies and music videos.
Okay,
and for
okay,
different
I
tour
got it.
things.
So you wouldn't just be a competitive dancer. You would venture into something.
Yeah. At some
Okay.
point, I want to be like a choreographer. So like I would be
Gotcha.
assigning the pieces.
So, like, you could go. Like, would your dream be to get to Hollywood and choreograph those
Choreograph?
things? Sure.
ING.
I feel like that would be cool.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
So not radio.
Yeah,
So
you
you're
got
just as bad as the other
Get
one
the
now.
hell out of here because I really feel like if this career is what you want, boy, do you got to give it a lot. So I
Yeah.
feel like because I was the same way where I wanted to do acting before radio, and I did this as a backup gig, and that was always in my head where I was like, well, I'm going to still do this acting. I'm still going to do this acting until I got rid of the acting completely out of my mind. Did this career finally start paying off, and we were making pretty decent money now.
Yeah.
But
Dancing in radio doesn't usually pay off.
Yeah.
You can do it, but you're just gonna hear like. You had no idea how good that dance was.
I would love for you to succeed in this, but it's taught like
Yeah.
this would be a weird one to do as a backup.
Yeah. Just like
What is it? What? I'm being honest. Like I'm being.
No,
I totally get that.
No, I just read the text and it said it took Jake 2 minutes to crap on her life dream.
No, I didn't know. I wasn't. I just didn't understand like competitive dancing for like the rest of your
Yeah.
life. But I understand now that you.
Yeah. But yeah,
I know-
anything in art is always going to be really difficult.
Tough,
so
yeah.
I always want to find something like to do as a backup. And I was thinking like journalism or like something in like ELA at some point.
What's ELA?
Yeah, what is that?
English language. So it's just.
Do you want anything to do with radio?
I'm getting there.
Okay. Yay. But I get it.
Yeah.
Like, radio is like the lowest point on everything you're saying. Radio is at the
Like
bottom.
I'm waiting for it to be like, I really like Tractor Supply, and like if I can, I'll be an associate there. But if they're not hiring, maybe I'll just swing your career.
Seriously, I thought. Did you hear how I started this? I was like, I'm
Like-
excited that you want to do
no.
radio.
Yeah. No, I think it would be really cool because journalism
Yeah.
is the class that I'm in, and that's under like ELA.
The broadcasting.
Yeah.
And,
And so, like, this is considered like to be journalism.
yeah.
Thank you.
But,
We are very
yes.
respected journalists.
I'm not always the best at like talking to new people, so I was like,
But you're
hey,
doing great.
Yeah,
thank
you are.
you.
Yeah.
I thought radio would just be a better way because that way I'm like not. I don't have to see everybody who's hearing me. It's just like me and maybe like a couple other people, and it's just like us talking.
See, that's true, and that's
Yeah.
what
That's
a lot
really
of people
nice.
don't understand. That I just talked to him.
Yeah,
That's it.
Mhm.
And then people eavesdrop, which is very rude.
yeah.
But
It is.
feeds our family. So that's interesting. So you're going to go. What college do you think you're going to head to?
I still have no idea.
Okay, but you're going to do something with journalism/broadcasting, probably,
Yeah,
maybe.
it's up
Okay.
there.
UW Oshkosh is the only school in the state that lets you major in radio, TV, film. But it makes it seem like you don't want to do that. So don't go to Oshkosh.
It's so weird. Here we are again.
You remember 8 years ago we used to have a schedule for interns.
Yeah.
Every day of the week we would have a new young person come in and learn our craft. And now you came in and you're like, I would like to start a taco truck on the weekends, and if that doesn't pan out, then maybe I'll try this.
Yeah. Did you have to find somebody for a class?
Yeah.
And you couldn't find anybody else in a different career that you really wanted?
We
Well,
were
okay.
your first choice, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And
Okay.
yeah, our Miss Meyer, she was saying we have to find someone in journalism, and she gave like
okay.
ideas of like photography, radio show, a bunch of stuff like that. And when she brought it up, my friend and I have been listening to you guys like every morning before school.
Sure.
And so I was like, And then I texted my friend about it, and she's like, if you don't get it, I'm going to be so mad at you.
Yeah.
So
It's pretty fun though.
It's a fun career.
We have a ton of fun in it.
Yeah.
It takes a long time. I mean, people have heard us talk about this on the radio before, but it takes forever to get going in this. But I think that's like really any career, just like your choreography or
Yeah.
whatnot. I mean, you're gonna have to start somewhere. You know. So, do you have questions for us?
Yeah, you gonna interview us?
yeah, a couple questions.
You got a couple? Oh, well, hold on. Let's move that to the next
Yeah,
segment.
we'll
Yeah,
interview
okay.
her. What do your grades look like? What's your GPA?
I'm a pretty good student.
Sounds like you're too good for this career already. I don't know. Jake and I didn't do great in school.
That's true. Yeah, the side note, if you really do want this, screw college. You don't even
That's
need it.
true.
You could get into this career and make a ton of money without it.
Jake went to a trade school for 10 months or weeks?
Days.
10 days.
Oh,
10 hours.
And I just worked for free for about a year, and then I just never left the building, and they just started paying me.
Because this is one of those careers that you don't have to go get you can develop the skill on the radio while you're doing it. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you don't have to go learn the skill. But I have a thing with school. I have a thing with colleges. It
heard
does
his
not
thing,
sit well with me.
Yeah.
I think going into debt when you don't need to is a terrible thing. So if you're thinking about it, boy, we could give you a lot of tips and tricks on how to avoid getting that much in debt.
yeah.
Because there's, again, you got to really want it, because I know a lot of people that spent that money on that broadcasting degree, and now they're not doing anything,
it.
and they're still paying on that debt. Boy, you're probably not happy that you came in today.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest. And it sounds egotistical, but what makes you successful in this career, you literally can't learn at a school.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it's
true.
just kind of it's a personality thing, and we've talked to plenty of people that went to broadcasting school that have zero personality. They're just not doing it.
Unless you're Murph. Murph has made a big career of not having a personality.
Oh, he has.
Getting Murph.
That man
You paved the road.
that man is vanilla pudding.
We love.
like,
Come on now, we
you
love
can't.
Murph.
I love him, and I love vanilla pudding on some days, but it's like we're butterscotch.
Man, everybody wants us to hire you as the producer. That quick. All right, I guess you got the gig.
Yeah, okay.
Perfect.
We can't pay you.
Yeah.
Shoot.
It's going to be a lot of high fives.
We can pay you,
and you got to drop out of school, apparently.
Yeah, in
because you got to be
CDs.
here.
I mean, most of what I'm, especially in math, I'm learning like trigonometry in math right now. I'm going to be honest.
Egg.
Yeah.
Boy,
What for?
I'm in the easy math class too.
That's easy.
that sounds very
It's
braggy.
algebra 2, and then this one, like for smarter people, is algebra 2 for pre-calc. So it's people who want to go into pre-calc, so they're learning more and more at a faster pace.
Are those, what do you do with that?
What?
I guess.
Nothing.
Yeah, like I guess unless you're going to be a trig teacher,
Or like something
Like an
in
engineer, probably.
maybe an engineer.
I
Do
don't know what-
engineers
I don't-
use that?
I don't know what trigonometry is.
it's like,
I don't.
Is that the
When-
triangles
when-
and stuff?
well, that's like
geometry.
geometry, but like there is some like triangles and angles and stuff in trigonometry, but there's also like the sine, cosine, tangent, stuff like
Oh yeah,
that.
I don't even know
My-
what you just said.
Yeah,
This
exactly.
is terrible. This
My
is
last
terrible.
math class in high school, they just called it math. And
Yeah, we have levels of math.
oh yeah, no, we did too.
Yeah,
We did too.
When I went to my first college, I didn't know I wanted to do radio. I didn't even get into Math 101. I was in the 098. That's how terrible that was. Not even Math 101. Dude, I went and sat there, and they're teaching things that it's like, okay, I know how to do this, but
Yeah,
there were
that
people
was my math class.
divide and stuff. And I'm like, well, come on, I know how to do this.
Yeah, my math class towards the end of my senior year, the teacher was just teaching us how to get a calculator up on our phone.
Right.
He's like, this is how you'll find your answers.
All right. So Lily here from Bayport shadowing us, and she's got some questions that
Yep.
you can interview next. By the way, if you have any questions for Lily, let us know on the text line, or if you have any questions about our career, you can hang out with Lily and ask away, or you can call us. We'll do it next. Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning.
Oh, sure. You know, be 6 feet 2 in your compact. Yeah, we're hip on TikTok.
Yeah, we are.
So,
Lily,
Yes.
Bayport High School, shadowing us. Questions you have them for us about the career?
it's about time we get interviewed.
So, what do you got to do for this class? You're supposed to pick something that you possibly may want to go into later in life, and then are you writing a paper about?
Yeah, we have to write like a feature story on whoever we choose.
So the how long does it got to be?
I would have to double check. There's like a rubric. It's
A what?
What the
like
hell's a rubric?
it's like an outline.
Okay.
Ew.
Why not
What you
just
need
say
to-
outline?
Yeah, why why you got to do that? Because that's her normal language. Man.
Oh,
That's
man.
smart talk right there. That's a high school talk. God.
Oh man, high school shouldn't be our barometer for what smart talk is. Like it shouldn't be our limit. She's talking like an 11th grader, man. We can't keep up.
So it'd probably be what, like a couple pages or whatever. It doesn't got to be super long.
Yeah, I think like about maybe page and a half.
Does the
could
teacher
be-
only read that? Or you,
For our final, because this is our final project, we're presenting it to the class.
okay.
Oh,
yeah.
No other publications like Time or Newsweek. Then
No.
Okay.
No.
I guess.
Are you going to use heroes like we
How
ordered
often?
you to?
How often are you going to use
Every
the word
time I
hero?
refer to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Every
Appreciate
time.
it. Can we have your paper to read on air when you're done with it?
Yes.
Sure. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That'd be so fun. All right, go ahead. Interview us. Let us know.
Okay.
Ask away. By the way, if you have questions, just like Lily about this career, ask and we'll answer them along with her. You can use the Corks and Caps text line 71090 or call us 866-916-0959. That's a Hexco Motorsports phone line. Lily.
Okay. This is kind of scary for me. I'm not
Why?
gonna lie.
Why?
You're fine.
You've been doing great.
Yeah, but now I'm on the spot.
No, you're fine. It's just it's just a question. Go ahead.
Remember, it's just us three here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
Probably nobody listens.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
sure of it.
except for my one friend.
And then you got
Yeah.
your one. Let's call out your one friend.
Yeah, what's her name?
Hey, give us her number. Let's call her. I want to find out what she doesn't like about you the most.
Yeah,
Oh, a lot. She probably has a list.
Really?
Okay.
She's like, I've been waiting.
I've
Yeah.
been waiting.
Her
Here's
name's-
my interview
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, her name's Abby, but
Hi,
it's spelled
Abby.
with an EY.
Oh,
yeah.
Why are you friends with her?
Yeah, I know, and she's a ginger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord. Never
So-
mind. I don't want to call her.
so-
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. So what is she even doing awake during the day hours?
No, actually, gingers are all right. The men gingers are they're
Yeah.
the terrible ones.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, female
Yeah.
gingers are fine.
Yeah.
But male gingers are disgusting.
Yeah,
Like mold on a rock.
kind of greasy.
Yes.
Yeah, they're always a little wet. They
always
look a
wet.
little damp.
Yeah.
They're always a little damp. All right, here we go. Let's ask away.
All right.
Let's give you some. This maybe make you not feel as uncomfortable.
Oh, got some music now.
Yeah, just a little.
All right. So I know we kind of talked a little bit about it, but like radio hosts, like what made you interested? Like why this for a career?
They don't drug test.
That okay? Yeah, that's
Pretty much it. They accept
in the
people with
beginning.
tattoos. I don't know. This was Oh, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Because I had a high school teacher saying I should probably go into this because I was all right in speech class. He's like, you should really look into this. So I went to that because it was an easy class. I didn't do anything for it for years after that, and all my buddies. I didn't get into radio until I was a little later. This was like when I was 24, and all my buddies actually had careers and jobs. And I'm like, well, I better do something until I figure out this acting thing. So I did radio, and I found a trade school.
I just wanted to do something with comedy and entertainment, and I called the other radio station for an internship, and I thought I could do this for a while. And then I met Jake, and I was like, well, this is fun, so I think I'll just stick with it.
yeah.
You met your hero, you mean? Tell
Yeah,
her
Corey
about
was
the
really
time.
awesome.
Tell her about the time when I really love the story, and Tanner hates telling it. But I remember when my name was in your phone.
Oh yeah. I was texting Jake. You know what? you know when I was texting him, and I got all excited. I was like, Kayla, I'm texting Jake right now.
Jake Kelly. This was Jake Kelly when I was.
And you know what I was texting you about?
What?
Our fishing trip that we were going to go on. Jake asked me if I wanted to go fishing up in my area because
It was raining.
I live north, where there's a ton of lakes. And he's like, "You want to go fishing?" I was like, "Absolutely." I was like, "I'll go fishing with you." And then I get up at like 6 Saturday morning, and I'm out at the end of my driveway with a pole.
Terribly wet out.
And it wasn't raining by me. And I couldn't get a hold of him. And by 7:30, he was like, "Yeah, I'm not coming."
That's what I do. I let people know where they are in my life. That's my little thing.
I was like, "Ugh."
I'd go fishing with you now. I didn't know you then. I didn't know what you were going to do tonight.
You invited me.
Yeah.
It's not like I asked you to go fishing. You were like, "I really want to go fishing up in
Listen,
your area."
I wanted you to tell her a story about you getting excited about my name.
Yeah, well.
You've taken this too far.
I was excited.
Made me look bad.
I was excited about his name for all of 20 minutes.
All right.
You were his idol. You let him down.
I barely knew him.
How does that make you feel?
Yeah.
Well, I'm over it now. Apparently, you're not.
Why would you
I
have
didn't
to get
think
over it?
about it.
I'm sorry. Why do you have to get over
I'm
it?
waiting for my apology to make me feel bad. I had kids at that time.
Yeah, I know, but like you invited me. That's the weird part.
Sound like, I'm not going to feel bad about this. You should feel bad for making me feel bad about it.
This is gaslighting, right? Is that
Yeah.
what gaslighting is?
Yeah, I think this is gaslighting.
That's not gaslighting.
Yeah.
You know what you did.
You're crazy.
No.
You're crazy.
You're crazy.
All right, Lily, next question.
Ooh, the music turned off.
Yeah, that stops abruptly. Oh,
There
let's
we
not
go.
do that one.
Creep.
Aw.
Oh, do you want to do that one?
Creeping
We can-
longer.
No, yes, we can do this.
You're so pretty. I gotta look at my questions. I don't have them memorized. I'm not very good at this.
No, neither way.
How do you? Here, I'll fill in when you're thinking about your question here. How do the sounds from your mouth go from your mouth to your stick to my ear hole? Magic.
No idea.
That's magic.
I think it has something to do with microwaves.
Something with radio waves.
Yeah.
I learned that in science in 7th grade.
Yeah, we don't know how it works.
Once again, 7th grade's a bit above our pay grade.
Yeah, we barely know how any of this equipment works here. Wow, Jake did to Tanner what his dad did to him those years ago. Maybe that's what it was about.
Yeah, why though?
I don't know.
I've done
I
nothing
need you to
wrong.
feel that pain.
No, it would have been if you would have did what your dad did to you. You would have sent a stranger to my house to pick me up.
Are you trying to give him like generational trauma or something?
I had my own trauma.
I would have sent somebody, my neighbor. Tanner wants to go fishing with you. All right, Lily.
So, what were things like when you first met? Besides that one fishing trip.
A lot of sexual tension.
The tongue still is. Great
of it.
kisser.
Yeah, he's fine.
Yeah. Wait, what are you asking? What's the question? What was it like?
Yeah, what was it like your relationship with each
Well,
other?
it changed obviously over. Man, I can't do it with this music. It changed over the years. Like when he first came in, it was intern.
Yep.
So it was more him being.
I was there once a week. Once a week on Fridays for an hour.
And it was more him being the intern. If you've ever heard old radio shows, like treating the intern
Poorly.
kind of poorly. You're the goofball. You're
Yep.
and then, I mean, you're still the goofball, but it's definitely now 50-50 of the show rather than that. That's how I would say it changed completely. Yeah.
I had to beg him to get on the air with him. We met at I feel like we're a married couple, and he's the husband because he does not know any of these stories and how we met. We met at the Green Bay Packers Stadium for a thing because the guy that I was interning for, his dad died.
Yeah.
And then
Been there.
And then he was there, and he was like, "You should come in and intern with me for a few hours. We could do some stuff on the air." And I was like, "That'd be awesome." And I emailed him multiple times and called multiple times, and he never picked up. And then I called during his show, and he said, "Wow, you're pretty persistent. Okay, come in Friday." And I was like, "Okay, fine." And then
those were such fun days, though. And he was
Those
only coming
were.
in on Fridays like for an hour at first.
Yeah, for an hour, and we would just do a playlist playoff. That was
Yeah.
our whole thing, is that we do a playlist playoff.
This was
And
back
then-
low when interns could stick around. Like you can't do that anymore.
No, they got to get paid.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I didn't get
dumb.
paid.
You got paid in ass slaps.
I did, yeah. I was on a 3-ass slap an hour
Yeah,
salary.
it's true.
So I was getting 40 a week, no matter how many I worked. It sucked.
Yeah, dude. He was using his vacation from his other job to come in,
Yep.
and yeah, it's a good time.
Nice.
Yeah, it's crazy to think when somebody said that just a little bit ago. I've been listening to it's my birthday. I'm 23 now or 22, and I've been listening to you guys since I've been 13. Oh God, did that
Yeah.
make me feel weird and old? And it's cool in a way, but also, damn, that's weird.
Yeah, I'm waiting. It's coming pretty soon where it'll be like, oh, my parents used to listen to you, and I just still do.
Yeah, right.
That one's going to be rough.
What do you got, Lily?
What would you say is the most important part about this job?
The microphone.
Yeah.
Yeah, I gotta change this one.
Was it too emotional?
Yeah, that
For
one
you?
was a little
Yeah.
too emotional.
Oh, now we got Michael Myers.
Yeah.
I would say it's the feet.
For what? For the most
I
important?
just want to get creepy now. It's Jake's feet. That's what's most important to me.
I'd say Beer Fridays right now.
Yeah.
Oh, God, yeah.
The most important. I don't know.
Chemistry.
Yeah,
Just the chemistry
yeah.
between the two of us is the
Yeah.
most important.
I guess I like what we do, and we call it realism radio. So I think just being really truthful on the radio and don't lie and don't play these fake bits and whatnot.
Yeah.
I think that's really important.
Yeah.
Because then you can lie and listeners won't know because they trust you so much.
Yeah, the Dalai Lama told us that.
That's right.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, you guys are able to mix like newer like news events and then personal stuff together and still make it like funny and entertaining.
Yeah, that's a hard part right now.
Yeah.
I mean, it is because then at one point, if you laugh at something or make a joke on a news story, we still do, but
Yeah.
boy, do we get eaten alive.
Yeah.
Yeah. What's the last one that we... Wasn't Gabby Petito, was it? We didn't make that many jokes about that,
No,
did
no,
we?
no, no, no. The last one was the Green Bay murder here.
Oh, the
Oh!
business? Yeah.
We didn't.
I remember-
We didn't make fun of that. too.
Yeah,
we
no,
didn't-
I remember listening to that.
But boy,
We did, and once again, I stand by it. If that story came out of Florida, we would have been totally okay making
Yeah.
fun of it.
Oh yeah.
And
Yeah.
yet, since it was right down the road, everybody got their stuff in their butts. It was no fun. This makes more sense.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
I just said,
This
why
is
aren't you
the
guys
first
playing the
one.
Jeopardy theme song?
But yeah, I can tell you like everybody at school was making jokes about it.
It's terrible.
Yeah, but like it
Yeah.
happened in such a crazy way.
Yeah.
That girl
Like
was
you
crazy.
kind of have to.
It's also a bunch of high school students.
Yeah, she was a knucklehead.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was a real goofball.
Yeah.
That one there.
She graduated from Bayport like 7 years ago.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So do people know stories about her? Like, was she crazy then?
Yeah, there was a couple teachers. One of my teachers, she's my geography teacher. I asked her like if she knew her. She said she didn't personally know her, but she knew her brother.
So, what was her brother crazy?
She didn't say much about it, probably for like personal, like confidential reasons to
Yeah.
the family.
Yeah.
But it's kind of weird to think about. Just 7 years ago, that was the school I went to.
Yeah. Well, dude, that one dude just went out, just hanging out. He thought he was just going to go have a good time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just brought
That's
her back
terrible.
to his mom's house.
Terrible,
which,
terrible, terrible.
honestly, that should have been a red flag for her.
Yeah.
Like she should have been like, wait, we're going to your mom's house?
Oh, here's a good question here. Did you guys always have great chemistry, or was it awkward at first? This just clicked.
It really did.
And that's a big thing in radio when they put shows together and they're like, you guys will just work. And
Yeah.
a lot of times they don't. Yeah. What else you got? This is
Next
fun.
question!
This is interesting. We like talking about us.
Yeah.
We don't get to do it often.
Yeah.
So how much time do you spend off air preparing, or do you just like have like a list of like this is a news event, we'll cover it at some point, and then just
That. Sometimes
BS
that.
it.
Well, sometimes that. We go home and then we find stories that we want to talk about. And then these get put into a clock hour, which looks like this. If you can see this. This is like a clock hour, and we have all these things that we're supposed to talk about at certain times. And when we have really good shows, we don't get to any of it.
Yeah. It's, to be honest, the a good show is when it's like, oh, we can just take this entire show, and instead of having Friday written on top, we can just write Monday because nothing's changed. And It's kind of a bummer for our wife and kids, but really nothing in our lives is off limits.
That's a big thing.
everything we do can be used on the air.
Yeah,
Like, people-
they didn't sign up for that, but
No.
that's what they get.
And family members too. Like I've been I've definitely been not talked to about things in family events because they don't want it to go on the air.
Yeah.
Kind of like even in this building, we've been in numerous meetings of you guys got to stop talking about what happens in here and what people do. But yeah, and then so we find stories that we want to talk about, and we sometimes get to them. Now, do we prepare for those stories? Not really. We find an interesting story. Maybe
then try
I'll
to-
in my head to go a little bit, knowing where I'm going with it. But Tanner's job is his is a reaction base. So I don't like him knowing a lot of anything because then if he knows, then it's not as fun. It's kind of
Yeah.
like it's the TikToks. Like if you want to share me a TikTok or if I want to share you a TikTok and you're like, yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, it's like it's
Eh.
not as fun anymore at all.
But yeah, so there is a lot of prepping involved, but a lot of times we don't get to those stories.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it really sucks. It's like making a big meal just for everybody to bring their own pizza.
right, yeah, and then say it was a really good
It's
outcome,
like, hey, man, that was a good meal. And it's like, yeah, but what about my salad?
and you just got to freeze them and then maybe use them for later.
Yeah.
I mean, we got stuff on here that was, from like 4 years ago. We'll get to it one day.
Yeah. You'll never, like, a celebrity being made president. We'll get to that next.
So you're on air from like 5 to 10. That's 5 hours almost every single day, and you just don't run out of things to talk about.
That's a thing that we get asked quite a bit.
Yeah. Yeah. And to that, I always go, I don't know. Would you run out of things to talk about with, like, your wife? Because we're basically spouses
Yeah.
all day.
That's
So-
a really good way to look at that.
So-
I hang out with you, I think, more than I hang out with my wife.
Yeah, I definitely know what your favorite meal is more than my wife's favorite meal.
Yeah.
What is his favorite meal?
Burger and fries.
Yeah.
He doesn't like, but here's the trick. He needs to pretend like he's going to get a salad first.
Oh.
Yeah.
And then order a
makes
burger
myself
and
feel a
fries.
little bit better. But that's a really good way to look at that.
Yeah.
Like what you just said there. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, you don't. You just have a conversation.
Yeah.
You can run out of things if
In a
you're
topic.
topic or interviewing somebody. Like,
Yeah.
and not using you as an example, but if
Yeah.
somebody comes in and then you're like, oh, where do we go? Because you don't
know
what
them.
to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah. Next question!
What do you want your listeners to take away from you guys? What you talk about, or
Oh,
That's a good question.
that's a really good question.
I don't know how to answer
you?
that.
I don't know what it, because I know that we'll be forgotten
Couple
2 weeks
weeks.
after
Yeah.
we get off the air. Because it's just how it is. Do you know
Yeah.
who the morning show was before us?
No.
They were here for a really long time, too.
That's so sad. Wait. Let's have listeners answer that one.
Yeah. What have you taken away?
What do you
from
take
us?
away from Jake and Tanner?
Yeah, what have you taken away from this show? That is fun. Here, text line. Oh, I really like this turning into a bit now.
Yeah.
71090, Corks and Cabs text line, 71090. What have you taken away? What have you learned from Jake and Tanner? Or call us, 866-916-0959.
It is insane how adding one person in this room turns the temperature from like a nice 70 to 85 degrees.
It's really hot.
Is it not hot
No,
here?
I'd say
You're welcome.
Yeah, it's snowing.
Ah!
We
we
will
got no windows.
just send her the JTX interview video.
She can't see a JTX.
Oh, yeah. Wait, how old are you?
I'm going to be 17 in a week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, no.
All right.
You
Yeah.
can't go to JTX.
Do you know
for
about
years.
JTX?
I feel like I've heard of it.
Yeah, okay. Boy, you should go there when you're 18.
Yeah,
It's a lot
an
of fun.
18 and up show. It's fun.
Tons of fun. Stresses us out, but it's a lot of fun.
For about 6 months of the year.
You guys make me laugh every morning. Oh, caulk and pineapple are now weird to me.
Yeah.
Frustration and anxiety I take away.
Yeah.
Okay.
Never return your carts. True that.
I have something for that, by the way.
Oh, you do?
Kind of. So
Is this gonna take us off?
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah, probably. But I just want to make you feel bad, but go on.
We'll circle back to that.
To appreciate the little things, and then I realize I don't complain that much compared to Jake. Okay.
Seems fair.
I listened to Rick and Len before you guys started your morning show. Never take life too seriously. Laugh a lot. Wow.
Futon is a
People are so nice.
Talking
Nice.
about mental health is okay.
Yep.
Amish are window peepers. I learned
That's
not to
true.
let my drunk girlfriend on stage at JTX. Who was your drunk girlfriend?
Yeah, which one was she? A lot of drunk people get to go on JTX.
Including us.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Lexapro is good. Once again, so is Searchline. Searchline's pretty dope, too.
I learned that Jake is a swinger. It's not true. Jake seems to have no faith in radio surviving as an industry, but lives it out. What else am I going to do, man?
we're
I'm in
ride
it
or
now.
die.
Yeah, what are you going to do now? What are we gonna...
You know what our resume would look like? They'd look at us and be like, hey, what's this 10-year gap in here?
Right.
Were you in? And honestly, I'd be like, I was in prison because maybe that'd be better.
All right, what else do you got?
Ooh. Trying to look now. I'm running out of questions.
That's okay.
Yeah, we're really good.
Ooh,
at
I'm trashy drinking coffee on my couch, I've learned.
No.
Yeah.
I was sitting on my couch this weekend drinking coffee, and all I thought was Jake would be so mad at me. But then I looked at my table and I was like, those chairs aren't as comfortable. I enjoy sitting on a nice, comfy chair while I drink my coffee.
It's so trashy.
It's not trashy. Why do you
Really
have coffee
trashy.
tables? They're literally called coffee
You
tables.
put that for your magazines.
But then why aren't they called magazine tables?
You can get magazine holders to put next to your couch.
That's trashy. That thing.
Yeah, that is trashy.
That's almost like having
slumps.
ashtrays in your house.
I used to have one of those when, like, my parents used to have one when I was like 5, and they put like their old magazines and like
dude,
books
I
and
had
stuff
those
in
too.
there.
Yeah, I grew up with those. Yeah.
My grandma had a lazy boy, so you could lift up the arm, and I don't know if you probably don't remember this, but her lazy boy you could hook it up to the phone line, and when you lifted up the arm, it had a phone, and you
my
could talk.
God.
while you
That
were
sounds
sitting
so
there.
fun.
Yeah, well, that's what
Amazing.
1999 was. that was luxury in '99.
I like this. Gary knows everything. Yeah, that's what I've learned. Try every single hobby. I agree with that. So do you have any more? Or did you learn everything you need to know in radio now?
I mean, I could always try and come up with stuff on the spot.
Well, whatever. If you have anything that you want to ask.
Oh, that's a good one. That I've really normalized your herpes.
Why do you even look at me like that?
Well, it says
It's not
like,
even a thing.
I like how Tanner
that's so
normalized
dumb.
Jake's herpes.
That's dumb.
That's just, okay. I thought
4976.
you were gonna be.
No, that's fine. You can normalize it, but it's not something. I don't have it.
Are you sure?
I'm
Pinky promise?
Yes,
just-
pinky promise.
Just because you don't have a flare up doesn't mean it's not there.
I don't have it. I'm not doing this. Gary said coffee tables are for magazines.
No.
Men shouldn't eat ice cream cones. Kids can do it, and older men can do it like grandfathers. But dude,
I like a good waffle cone. Nobody eats it like that. You gotta,
It's only weird if you make it weird.
yeah, and Jake makes it all weird.
I don't make it weird. Everybody else makes it
Why-
weird. And then,
who
and then
eats a
like when
cone
the-
like that?
And then like
Yeah.
then the guy up at the window, like right when he gets it, he starts licking it. Like, calm down, man.
Yeah.
God, just get
No,
a
don't
bowl.
agree with him.
Yeah.
Let men have their coffee cones. No, wait, what?
We gotta
Cones.
go.
Waffle?
Yes.
We gotta get. Lily, do you have any more questions, or do you think you got enough for your paper? Because you're starting to piss us off.
Shoot. I kind of like it here.
kidding,
I
I'm
kind of
just
want to
kidding.
stay.
I'm just kidding.
Maybe if I procrastinate long enough, I can wait to go back to school.
Oh, that's what it is. You just
There
wanted out of
it is.
school.
Yeah.
It's like that one dude. What was his name again? I don't even care.
Dom.
Dom.
He had a 2002 Mitsubishi Eclipse.
Yeah. I
And
mean, if he called you Short Kings, how tall was he?
I was not referred to as the short king. So he went on our Wikipedia. And somebody had made us that Wikipedia. And we never read it, but we liked how
made
it
it?
started. I think Sonia and Cindy Parker did.
Oh, did they? Oh, is that in there?
Yeah. Yeah, that's why he said it, because
Oh, I thought he just came up with
No,
that.
no. We never read
Oh.
it. We just liked how it started. It was like Jake and Tanner are the best things to ever happen. We're like, copy paste. Like, we love this. And it was in there, and he was like, Jake, you are a self-proclaimed short king. What is that like? And you're like, what?
I thought he came up with that. What does this mean here? Does the opposite sex through themselves at being on the radio?
Oh, God.
I don't understand.
Where is it said? Does the opposite sex...
I'm in 11th grade and I don't even understand that.
Yeah, I love this. Claire's was the place to be in the 90s. Yeah, for real, man. Hey, what's going on?
why does Lily set the bar so low for herself in life? So
Hey, listen, 3430, you don't
Chadwick
understand. She's not setting the bar low. This is literally her 15th pick out of anything she could do in life. This is the very last.
There's so many good jobs in this world, and you want to shadow Jake and Tanner. My God.
It would be
Did you-
fun.
Right before that, she said that she was going to go sell bootleg DVDs. in
I
Mexico.
did not.
Yeah, I heard it. We got to go. We got to play some commercials. Hang
Yeah.
on.
Oh, the night before the contest. I can't go to sleep. What's my problem right there, Dad?
Oh, shoot, I played all of those commercials together. I don't know why I did that. Oh, well.
Cool. Well, we have 7.5 minutes now.
We got Lily here. Lily is job shadowing us. She goes to Bayport. We just found out. She didn't know that we used to work at WIXX. That's how we started.
Yep.
And we did afternoons there. And then we were just doing a little back timing and figuring out her age, but she was only like 6 or 7
When we started.
at that time.
So that was cool. That was a fun little thing right before we go on the air.
Yeah. So did you know we went to Milwaukee?
Yeah, I think I've heard you talk
okay.
about that.
Yeah, but she didn't know we went
Right.
to Milwaukee. She just heard that we've gone. It's not like she knew we were gone.
So she's doing a little interviewing, seeing if she likes the gig. Somebody just asked, we're asking if you have any questions about, radio in general or this show or whatever you have. Let us know. Call us or text us. What are the negatives of your job? Salespeople.
Yeah. Sales is kind of the worst.
The problem is, and I explained this to him, and I think you have too, Tanner, and it just goes along with the job. I mean, we love them all as people, but
as human beings, yeah.
Yeah, their gigs, it's not a conflict, but they are there for the clients. We're there for the listeners.
Yep.
So they're very worried we may say something, like corks and caps. That guy likes to kick kittens. She doesn't, but if
Yeah.
we say something like that, they're red flag.
Yeah.
You can't do that. And then they're calling, and then they're walking into the studio.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tanner,
yeah.
actually, you said something about you used to work at a cheese factory, and you didn't really care for it. And we had a salesperson walk right in and go, "Hey, do you know who advertises?"
Oh,
So you gotta-
I think, dude, I got mad one time because we said something and somebody emailed us and said, that industry, we're trying to work on a potential client. So don't say stuff like that anymore. It's like, wait, they're not even a client and we didn't even pick on the one you're talking about?
Yeah, no, and then again, we like sales.
Yeah, it's different priorities. Their
Remotes
priority is to make money through sales. We just want to put on an entertaining show.
Remotes are tough for me, which we'll do them, and they're fine, and they're always fun when we go out and do them. They're just a little tough because they just are. Depending on which one it is, what type it is.
Yeah.
I like this. Oh, here's a good one, too. You may, if you're going to think about radio, do you intentionally live a distance away from your market? No. You just get sick of moving. Radio, you move around.
Yeah.
That's a terrible part of the career. Usually you got to go wherever they're going to hire you and you get a chance to develop what you can develop or learn how to do radio. And then hopefully you're lucky enough to find a market that lets you talk, like this one, like this company.
Yeah. Oh, what else sucks?
Well, probably a lot.
I mean, a lot does.
But there's a lot of the good
The
outweighs
positive
the bad.
way outweighs it. Listeners, listen, 90% of our listeners are amazing. Great people. And then the other 10% are really loud.
Yeah, I guess that's what I would say. Not even sales. I think the worst part about I know if people are listening in this company right now, they said it's going to sound like we hate our sales. We don't. We don't hate our sales team. This is any radio station that we've ever worked at. Mm-hmm.
It deals with anything. Anything.
Yeah, really.
Anything.
God, that sounds bad because our main boss does sales.
Yeah,
Like our main boss.
like that's where she came from.
Yeah. So no. And she still does it. We love sales. It's
Yes.
just sometimes there's
Like I said, it's different. It's different priorities.
Right,
They want
right.
money. We want entertainment, and
gotta-
we have to find a middle ground.
Well, and it's just like actors and directors. There's both people have ideas of what they want, and they butt heads sometimes.
Yes.
Yes. But listeners are a tough part of the gig being in 2022 because everybody wants to cancel you.
Yeah.
Everybody has something to say.
Yeah. Everybody gets a little mad about something.
Do you ever want to go national, Jake and Tanner? We did at one point. I don't care about any of that now.
If it happens, it happens. That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
If somebody knocks on the door and says, "Hey, we'll put your show on and give you X amount of money on our station," and somebody doesn't stand in the way and block it, I'll be happy. But We ain't sending out bit. Like, we're not putting together a demo
Yeah, I
and
just
putting
don't-
it on stuff.
It used to be a big bother of mine that we're not, but I don't know anymore. Maybe we only work local. No, we don't hate all businesses and customers. We don't do that. We don't. It's terrible. Stop saying that.
You say work local, but man, we don't do anything local.
Well, maybe
don't
it
try
only
to.
works this market. I'm saying. I don't know.
The people are smarter here. Yeah. They get it.
Yeah,
Don't want to go to like,
they like attractive radio people.
Yeah.
Get it.
God, are we handsome?
And humble.
And you haven't said that enough. You've barely ever called us heroes.
So what do you got? What else you got, Lily?
I mean, I'm kind of out of questions
Sure,
that I had planned.
That's fine. We got a couple minutes here. If you can
Yeah.
think of any, that's fine.
Tanner, what was that one thing you wanted to make Jake feel bad for?
Oh, I don't know if we have enough time. Do we have enough time to get into that?
I mean, maybe. So your argument on not taking your cart back is that somebody's job is to do it, right? But it's
He's
also
nodding.
but it's also somebody's job to clean up movie theaters. So why don't you just take your popcorn and dump it on the floor?
Well,
when you're done?
that's a crazy mess. But I will definitely leave popcorn there and a soda. They get,
And the soda?
they get paid. Well, I mean, the soda that I bring. Yeah,
Just a bunch of
Well, I
cans.
mean, it's like this. Okay, well then, fine. Any client that comes in, you do it. You
No.
voice it. You voice it. But you get paid to do that. I don't care. It's not my job. I got other things that I got to do. It's like
man.
salespeople coming in, and if salespeople are like, I have an idea, they want us to do a commercial, and I go, you do it. But I want you to do it because you do this for a living, and it's like your job. I got other things I got to do. I got to attend to other things.
I really thought I was going to get you with that one.
Why are you guys so handsome? Those are the questions you need to be asking.
Yeah.
We don't know. We don't know. We don't get it.
Yeah, we don't get
It just
genetics,
happens.
probably.
What is it?
Genetics.
Oh, genetics. Yeah.
Yeah, genetics, probably. You can't learn this. Born with it.
Yeah.
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Do you ever use your D-list celebrity status to get free stuff? No.
No, that's cringy as hell. Like, that's so, like, I've always wanted to play the game. Don't you know who I am?
Yeah, that's a terrible one. We should do that.
But, like, neither of us want to lose that game. That's the issue.
Maybe do a video of that for JTX. Are you scared of losing your jobs every day?
Every day.
If I could go back and not say that sales thing, boy, would I do that.
Yeah. Like, can we dump an hour worth of show?
Yeah.
Like,
All right. Lily, thanks for coming in. We appreciate it. Is that your old man out there?
Yeah, that's my dad.
Okay.
How
Your
old is
dad's
he?
out there waiting for you.
49.
I'm catching up.
he looks old. Not old. He looks good for his age. I thought you were going to say 35.
All right. We'll maybe finish up some of these questions later, but we got to get her out of here.
Yeah.
We got to finish up the show.
You have
Thanks
to-
for coming in. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
You got book learning to do.
You got book learning to do, and very interesting for a job that you may want to do. I hope we gave you enough. We're probably the wrong people to do this for.
I thought it was fun.
Was it okay?
Yeah.
I mean, to because we have just such a different outlook on this career.
Yeah.
And if you ask anybody around here, the professionalism is so bad on our part. We're not
No.
really good at that. So
Oh, yeah. I think we even said that when we called your teacher. It's like, are
Yeah.
you sure she wants us? Because we're not professional.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you're going to ask questions that we don't know the answer to. Like, how does your voice get to people's ears? Magic. We don't know.
Yeah, that's it. You knew
Yeah.
it more than us.
Yeah, you were
You're like
like
radio waves. What's that?
Oh, that makes sense.
All right, Lily, thanks for coming in. We appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
It's the Jake and Tanner Show. Good morning. We'll be right back. That's funny. It's funny what you said, but it's also like I'm starting to catch up to. I mean, he's only 8 years older than me, that dad.
You 100%. Well, think about it this way. My daughter will be her age.
Who is that?
They look like Fife.
That was a Fife, was it? Why would Fife be here?
Why would he be here?
What were you saying now before you rudely interrupted?
Did I interrupt me?
You know what you did. You're crazy. You're crazy, girl.
Oh, did you hear the joke about the gaslighter?
No.
Yeah, you did.
I did?
Yeah, you did.
Well, I don't
Of course
like
you did.
this.
Yeah. You're crazy.
You're crazy.
What the hell are we talking about?
We're talking about you making me feel that I could be your daughter's or your daughter's grandpa or something.
When I'm her age, or when V is her age, I'll be 40.
Yep. Yeah. Oh, wow.
I'll be 41 when she turns 16.
You'd be
Because I was
youngin'.
25 when I pushed V through my urethra.
Somebody, I mean, they're going to come in here. These interns will start coming in and they're going to be like, my dad's 38. And I'm going to be like, wait, what? Your dad's 40. Wait, I'm 50. That's not right. That doesn't feel right. That's not how that is. I'm always younger than the dads.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah, but at that point, you're done. Dude,
What?
your kid's almost 18. I know she's 12, but she's almost 18.
That's 6 more years if I did the math correctly.
Is she turned 13 this year or 12? I always
12.
get confused with your kids' ages because you start calling them the year next, like when their school year starts.
Wait, what?
Like you always go,
I do?
like, yeah, you'll be like, I have an 8-year-old and a 12-year-old.
Yeah,
But you really have an 11-year-old and a 7-year-old.
I do. Question
Right?
mark? I don't know. I've stopped caring about that after so many years. You know what I'm sick of? Let me tell you what I'm sick of.
Oh, okay.
Let me tell you what grinds my gears.
Oh, what melon's
No,
your baller?
I'll tell you. These kids coming in here to job shadow, not even wanting the freaking career.
None of that surprises me anymore, man.
I was so
Like,
excited because
why are you starting?
I did say this. Dom comes in. He's like, I don't know. I don't really want to do this. I want to be a nurse. I just need to do something. She comes in. She's a little interested in it. By the way, if you're
Journalism.
listening, Lily, that's it. You're great, and you were great on the radio.
Yes.
But knowing that you have 6 other careers in front of you,
I don't think she ever got to radio.
she never even got to Radio House, and it's like we're the backup.
Yeah.
We're like plan F if all else fails.
Yeah, it was funny because I asked her what she wanted to go to school for before you got in here. So I knew that she wanted to do dance and stuff. So when you were like, I'm so excited that somebody wants to get into radio, I was like, here we go.
Worked out perfect.
I knew exactly.
Well, because I mean, here's the thing on this: you have to really put a lot into the career. So I don't feel like you can do this as a backup because you'll just never succeed.
No.
It'll be terrible for you.
Well, we used to say to interns, be like, if you don't love this, if you don't love doing it, you will not make it. Because it sucks for the first couple of years.
Why?
Sucks hard.
Why is she not? Why didn't she go interview a dancer?
Where do you find those?
Well, that's what I said. Why are her parents even letting her do that career? You just like what you just said. Where do you find those?
Snappers isn't open till 4.
No, like really? What do you?
I
like,
don't know
why did she interview us when we were at the bottom?
Where do you find a choreographer in Northeast Wisconsin?
I don't know.
I guess she said journalism. I guess
I
you
don't
could
like.
have.
I don't like how easy we're able to get a hold of us and just get on. I don't like that about us. I don't like how easy we are.
Well,
it's just like we just spread our legs for anyone.
We are like. Anytime anybody's like, I'd love to come and watch you guys do your show, and be like, here we go. We are inspiring a generation.
I'm done with that.
We say that, but the next time we get one, we're gonna forget. Like babies.
You know what? I'm gonna interview. We got to interview them on the air before they get in here to make sure that they want to do this career.
Yeah, you have a pre-interview interview.
Yeah, yeah. You just said it.
I mean, she did great. She really did. But
she was really good.
Yeah.
I'm not mad at her. I'm just mad at this is just the second time this has happened to us in just a few months. No, she was great. She was really good on air. She was having a lot of fun, it seemed like, at the very end.
yeah, she didn't want to leave.
Well, maybe she just didn't want to go back to class.
No, I like to say she didn't want to leave because then that makes us feel better.
Wasn't in journalism class, so she had to interview someone kind of in the field. But I don't feel like what you and I do is, well, I guess, really?
Yeah. I mean, it is technically a journalism. People come here for news. Not smart people, but people.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, you got Cooter Matuter gives you the weather. Oh, yeah, why? Partly cloudy or mostly
Yeah, see
sunny.
that? For journalism, she could interview Crease My Pants.
Grease my trousers.
Mandy's a choreographer. She is.
Oh, she is, isn't she? That makes sense.
Yeah, that's I wonder if so she wants to go out to the big city and do dancing. Boy, I kind of feel like you'd have to.
It makes sense.
Here, I just age myself so bad when I'm like, what do you want to dance behind like Mariah Carey? She has no idea.
It was funny because you were gonna say Britney Spears. I saw it in your head. You're like, Britney. No, that's not Britney Spears. Mariah Carey. That didn't sound good right when it came out my mouth.
Yeah.
Who would you dance behind?
If I had to pick somebody to dance behind,
Adele.
could you imagine Adele singing someone like you and you're over there doing like Britney Spears behind her? Yeah. I love coming to you guys to listen to Get the News from 2009.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're a great news show as long as you don't need to know anything.
I want to thank a lot of the texts that came in. You had some really good questions, and when we asked what have you taken away from us, my God, that felt
good.
That felt good. If you go back, because a lot of like, what have you learned from the show? What have you taken away from the show? It was filled. I thought it was going to be a lot of just like stupid, goofy stuff.
Yeah, like all 3430 texts.
Right, or be mean or whatever, but it was all like Lexapro's okay, mental health is okay. I like just learning to laugh. You guys are good dads, and it makes me want to be better. I mean, stuff like that. That was really good stuff.
Yeah, and Fridays are good for drinking.
Right. Your segments on Wrench were journalistic.
That's true. We were like that dude from Detroit. What was his name?
Come get your tires, Willie.
Willie, go get your crap.
Dude, that guy's a champ. He's a journalist at a news station in Detroit, and he's real. He doesn't wear suits. He doesn't do any of that. He just goes and bangs on your door and wants an interview.
Yeah, like he did a story. The one that we were referencing is that somebody was dumping tires in the neighborhood. And he was like, I'm going to figure out just dumping these tires. And
where else do you do that? If you live in the city, like, you don't have...
Why you got so many tires?
Well, I'm just saying, like a woods, you can go dump mattresses off in somebody's back 40.
Jacob, you should not be dumping mattresses in
what else are you going to do with mattresses?
You take it to a dump, I think.
Well, see, I don't know. I'm not going to pay for a dump when you go past all these country roads. And you just dump it real quick in their back 40, and then all of a sudden when they finally go back there in like 2 months with their tractor, they go, what? Then they take it for their chickens or whatever.
Yeah, and then
their cows.
They're like, brand new bed. Marianne, help me. We're not going to be sleeping on the floor no more.
I think this is the queen. But what do you do in the city though, man? You know what I mean? You just drop it off at the highway or whatever.
Yeah, you give it to a homeless person.
Colton did that. Colton had a mattress that he did not know what to do with it. So he left it on the side of the road in the city when he was leaving Milwaukee. And he's like, I left it right next to 4 other mattresses. He's like, it was okay.
I know of people that have like the bins like you do. Like your trash bins.
Yeah.
They cut up their mattresses.
Boy.
And then, through the next couple of weeks, you throw away a few pieces.
We actually, this is going on the next 3 days we have the bulky item drop off. Every year, they take pretty much anything, so that way you can get rid of mattresses or couches.
That's what they do by us, too. They have one day where, like, the dump is free or something like that. And people, I mean, the type of stuff you'd see just coming down the road.
I wonder if you could, working at a dump, you could find some pretty legit stuff to eBay.
Maybe, but dude, I don't know. I was taking my dump. It's a lot of seagulls. A lot of seagulls in its garbage.
Walmart?
I think they're getting ready. I think they're going to build a Walmart on top of this mountain. It's getting higher. I've been going there for 5 years now.
Getting bigger and bigger.
It's getting so big.
Soon we're going to push it into Lake Michigan.
Yeah.
Were they doing that in New York years ago? They were just pushing it out into the ocean and letting it sink?
I don't think it sinks. I think there is a garbage barge that's floating around the Atlantic Ocean. If I'm not mistaken, there is a massive thing of garbage that just floats.
In New York, ocean waters off the mouth of the Hudson River where New York City dumps sewage, sludge, and other materials.
Yeah, they poop in it. They poop in the river. I know that.
By the way, if you want to get into like a really good, just search this up. It'll give you something to do today. You and I have talked about it, but how recycling is the biggest scam on the planet. They don't do anything.
Like the majority of things that you throw into recycling just goes in the trash. Like it's like 10% of stuff that you recycle actually can be recycled.
Think about that. I always tell my wife, she's a big, and I'm like, Angie, it doesn't matter.
No. The only time that it matters is cans, and if you live in Michigan. Here, it's nothing.
Yeah, because we get those 10 cents.
You get 10 cents a can in Michigan.
But we got to, is it a little cheaper then? It'd be a little.
It's not that much.
No. It would be a little bit more expensive because you're going and taking back your cans to get money back.
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's like 50 cents more.
Something
like that. I know that, but I'll tell you this, they don't mess around. They don't like Wisconsin cans. We used to do that, get a couple bucks. We'd go to the Angeles in Menominee, Michigan, and just start feeding them into the machine. And every $5, you just hit print out, and then you've got all the tickets. Because if they'll come up to you and be like, you're not doing this, you got to leave, and then at least you still got $15 or something like that.
I'm looking at this great Pacific garbage island.
Oh, yeah.
This is unreal.
Yeah, we just pushed it. We just kind of were like out of sight, out of mind. Like what we do with third world countries. We basically made a third world country.
Was that at one point we were thinking about sending trash to space? Or is that something I just made up right now?
Well, that was an episode of Futurama, for sure.
Maybe that's what it was.
But, I mean, do you imagine how mad aliens would be if they're just like, they're polluting space?
It's like a dirty diaper just floating by.
Oh, come on.
So, anyway, Lily from Bayport, no, thanks for coming in. We're just giving you a hard time.
Yeah.
We appreciate it. We hope
she knows. She listens to the show.
Yeah, we hope you learned something. Again, I feel weird because we're probably the wrong guys to do that, but as long as you had fun and you can get a paper written about us, and send it to us. Yeah, please send it our way because we would love to see how many times you use the word heroes.
It better be north of 50.
Probably, I would. That's probably a good.
Yeah, if you have to write like a 200-word page, 50 of them should be hero or some synonym of it. Heroes, gods.
First-time home buyer, are you? Are you looking for an investment property?
I kind of am.
All right. Well, you need to look at Kelly Davies Homes Team Landro Realty.
Why?
Well, why not?
Well, because there's a ton of other people in the market, but why should I pick Kelly Davies?
Huge advantage. Huge advantages. They're a group of highly trained, more importantly, super fun agents. Give great back rubs.
They do.
They're a team, and they can get buyers in to see homes quickly.
That's really important because in today's market, it's so competitive that if you're not getting in there as like one of the first people, you're probably not even going to be able to get into the home.
They got premier agent status on all the major home search websites, which means when you list with Kelly Davies Homes Team, your listing is considered feature listing, meaning it's going to pop up in front of potential faces more often than the average agent.
That's true.
And they are far from average.
Yes, they are.
They go above and beyond. Kelly Davies Homes Team, Landro Realty. Find her on Facebook. So if you're thinking about buying and selling, think about Kelly Davies.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
I'm thinking about it.
You thinking about it right
Kelly
now?
Davies right now.
Yeah.
I just do it. I can't wake up today.
Me neither. Let's take a little nap.
Can we cuddle? Because you know that I only but head to butt.
Yeah. It's the only way to do it.
Is the only way I like to cuddle.
All right, we'll be right back.
You just figured that right
Yeah.
out.
I'm glad we got to the bottom of that. Hey, it's a Jake and Tanner show. Good morning. It's been a weird week, last couple days for radio vibes. Not feeling the vibe this week.
It's only Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's just.
Trying to get to Beer Friday. Carly just gave eye contact, and then she looked right away because she's like, I don't want to go in the studio.
Oh, yeah, I saw
You know.
that.
Hey, we are going to be doing Beat the Buzzer coming up at 9:10. That's a thing. We got
It
to
is a
take
thing.
Take from Jake and Tanner's $100.
It is $100 today, which is it's more than 80, but not quite at 120.
Dude, I got to share this text that came from a grandpa. Man, it's just like Angie was irritated. This isn't coming from her grandfather, but getting old and getting to that age where you're retired and you got nothing really going on. I mean, maybe you have a very fulfilling life, but there's a lot of times you just don't.
You just kind of wait to die.
It's just like Angie's parents. She called her dad at like 9 a.m. and he's like, "Oh, geez, I was just talking to your mom that we thought that you might have forgot about me on the birthday," and she's got weirdly irritated about it with me, not with her parents,
Yeah.
because it put pressure on her. And I'm like, "Yeah, but Angie, you got to realize that's all they got going. They're waiting for you to call.
Yep.
That's their thing today. Is he's sticking around the house, and on his birthday." He stuck around the house. He didn't want to go out to dinner or anything because he wanted to be around the phone for his kids to call.
At 9 a.m.?
Yeah.
At 9 a.m., he said, I thought you might have forgot.
Yeah, and that's why Angie was like, oh, my God.
It's the morning.
But and she's like, well, I'm dealing with
I'd
the
call
kids.
it midnight next year.
Yeah, and she's dealing with all the kids and all this. And I'm like, well, there's a thing. He's not.
Yep.
He doesn't have a career anymore. That's his thing is you right now.
They don't go to the casino either.
They don't go to the casino.
Old
It's
people
not
in
the
this
thing.
area like casinos.
Yeah. It's weird because he doesn't talk like this is a big part of your life, having a career.
Mm-hmm.
And when that goes, boy, does that open up a lot of time.
Yeah.
And when other people have careers, I think you forget how incredibly busy people are. It's kind of like you forget about like you guys
Kids.
having kids, little
Yep.
kids. I forget about how difficult that is.
How just really involved you have to be.
And it can be lonely. If you don't have hobbies,
Yeah.
get those bees.
Yeah, my
Are you doing no mow May?
what the hell does that mean? You don't mow the lawn in May?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do it because that helps the bees.
Yeah, I'm not mowing in May for two reasons.
Bees
One,
and butterflies.
the bees.
Yeah.
And two, because I need to set my lawnmower back up to mow lawn and sharpen the blades, and I just haven't even gotten around to that yet. Yeah, my grandma is 92. She refuses to say she was retired. She says that she's unemployed because she got laid off.
Back in like 1978.
No, she got laid off. Like she worked at the wood mill.
Yeah.
Like she worked at the mill until she was like 83.
Nice.
And then they laid her off. And she was like, I'm unemployed. And she goes to the casino. That's her thing.
Yeah.
She just bought a new car.
Yeah.
She just
Off the casino winnings, you think?
yeah, probably.
She probably just sits there and plays penny machines.
She I don't know. I think she counts cards because every now and then she comes back and she sends all of her grandkids, which she does not have little amounts of grandkids,
Right.
like $50. So I
Yeah.
think it's like I think maybe she might owe money to like loan sharks, and she's trying to get rid of that.
See, the casino is kind of her hobby. Like
That's her hobby.
Gordon has no hobbies.
That's
like
sad.
Right. He
That's-
does not have one. He doesn't do anything. Nothing.
Not even gardening.
Nope.
Dude, my other grandma, she lived to like 96. She gardened every year.
Ask another old person hobby. I'll tell you if he does it.
Racial slurs.
No.
Crossing the street when people of color are on there.
No. Guy doesn't do anything. It's got to be just a lonely
He's got to watch TV.
all the time. There
Yeah.
you go. There's his hobby. He knows what shows are coming on at exactly what time.
You know what keeps old people young? And they've done studies on this. Watching grandkids and playing around with grandkids.
Yeah, they don't do that. That's not their hobby.
Yeah, they don't. You've made that very clear.
Well, let me
They're
read
not
this
a fan
text.
of grandchildren.
This is so cute and sad at the same time.
Oh.
Hey, Megan, it's Grandpa. He's texted at least. This is nice.
Yeah.
Would you like to come over and have a sleepover? I haven't been feeling well and I miss you. We can order food and watch a mystery show. Love, Grandpa.
100% I'm there.
She goes, yeah, I'm going to be around. Yes, I'll be over around 7. Would you like me to get you something from the store or anything for dinner? Could you pick me up applesauce? The cinnamon kind. That's such a grandpa
That's the
thing.
oldest thing I've ever heard.
And if you go somewhere with mashed potatoes, I would like that because I have no teeth and I can only eat soft things. Love you, Grandpa. Okay, see you soon. Thank you. You're my favorite granddaughter. Can you bring me strawberry ice cream too?
Oh,
And then-
now we're getting a bit needy.
Yep.
Pop.
And then they got his wife's dead and gone.
Yeah.
And he's just bored sitting at his house and he's like, hey, can we hang out and watch a mystery movie? Isn't that awesome?
Yeah.
And for her to do it, if she would have said no.
Well, do you remember a few years ago when Grandpa invited all of his grandkids over for a cookout and only one of them showed up? And they took a picture. It was sad Grandpa. And he looked so sad and he had like 15 cheeseburgers pre-made sitting on his table, and it was just him and his one granddaughter. There's like 10 grandkids.
Oh, yeah, I do
And then-
remember that.
And then everybody on the internet was like, you guys are the worst. And they set up a barbecue and like 1,000 people showed up at like a park to hang
Yeah.
out with him so he can.
It's easy to forget about older people in that they're bored and they want to see you.
I
But
feel
your legs
bad.
are so busy.
Yeah, I feel bad about it because it's like, I really want to go up. Like my one grandma that I'm the closest with, when I like the most, it's like an hour and a half drive away. Dude, that's hell with kids.
Oh my
I got
God.
a 5-year-old and an 8-month.
Yeah,
Like it's
terrible.
not.
She should stop making you feel bad.
Well, she doesn't. Here's the thing. She also knows, she's very aware that people are busy.
Mm-hmm.
So she also, and whenever I call her, she shoos me off the phone.
Mm-hmm.
Like I called her on her birthday and I was like, hey, Grandma, happy birthday. She's like, hey, thanks. Yeah, Carl came over with some chicken, so I'm going to go eat. And then she hung up and I was like, damn.
Here, and if you thought that everything beforehand was sweet with that story, wait till you read this.
Oh, no. Is he dead?
No, Grandpa made sure Megan had a glass of water by her bed just in case she got thirsty. And she noticed that he made her bed how he used to make it when she was little with her favorite doll of her grandma's, which she's dead and gone now, and gave me a flashlight in case I got a little nervous or needed to get to the bathroom. And she says this just brings me back so many good memories from my childhood.
How old is Megan?
I think
Does it say?
16. She drove over. So
She drove over and she has enough money for applesauce, mashed potatoes, and strawberry ice cream, which I'm 99% sure is what all old people eat now.
yeah,
That's
it's
the
like
3-course meal that I know.
it's a thing. Like when if Angie dies before me, I ain't got no family and I got no friends.
Could you just think about this? It would be terrible, awful thought, right? But if both of our wives die first, you and I are going to be out there slaying it.
Or just getting hashtag Me Too to everywhere,
Yeah.
which we think are hitting on. But when you get to an age, it's not hitting on. You're just a creepy
Well,
old man.
Yeah, but if we look frail, it depends on how we look.
Yeah,
Because some people think
It
it'll
could
be
be cute.
Yeah.
I guess. All right. We do got to take from Jake and Tanner here. We're going to be playing for $100 next. Hang on. Well, hey now. How you doing? Good?
Yes.
You all right?
Yes.
All right. Listen to the Jake and Tanner Show. We're going to be doing two things coming up. Take from Jake and Tanner here in just a few minutes. We're at $100. Thank you, Prospera Credit Union, with life stage personal guidance through all your life stages to help connect the dots in your financial journey. Prospera Credit Union is there for you. We're going to be doing that also at 9:10 Beat the Buzzer, 12:10 Beat the Buzzer, 4:10 Beat the Buzzer. You get a chance at winning all kinds of money. So the next couple segments here, we got money to give away for you. Here in 2 Fridays, we're going to be at Flagstone doing the morning show live there, which is going to be a blast. We're calling it Eggs and Kegs.
Eggs with an E.
You can
How
buy
it's spelled.
drinks. You get to hang out with us. We're going to be there just doing this. Beer. We're going to be doing Beer Friday.
Live
In person at Flagstone. Come hang out. We're actually talking about tailgating at 4:30. Just before the show, we'll tailgate in the parking lot. I think Dave's bringing his propane fire.
Yep. 4:30 in the morning.
Oh,
Because we're
yeah.
doing our live show. We're doing the morning show at there. That's why it's Eggs and Kegs, because you get eggs for breakfast. But we're thinking, 4:30 in the morning, we hang out, tailgate in the parking lot
Oh,
a
it's
little
going to be
bit.
a blast. Well, it's either going to be that or just me and you are sitting in one of our trucks tailgating.
Yeah, just with the heat on. Just
with
be like, a little cold out there today.
What's
Don't
the
even
temp
need
going
to.
to be? Does yours go up to...
It's a
the 20th?
10-day forecast, so it should.
All
Let's
right.
take a look there, sugar.
Well, what do we got? We're in Appleton right now? Is
Sure. Yeah, it'll be in Appleton,
that where we be?
Wisconsin, yeah.
Let's tell you what the temperature is going to be at. Well, it's not going to give it hourly low, right?
No, but it'll give us like a...
The 20th is going to be a high of 67.
Okay, so it'll be a little cold.
No. That's warm.
Oh, sorry. I'm like, it's already 69 in Coleman today.
It is?
Actually, it's already 70 right now
Huh.
in Coleman. So
Well, I got really excited about it. Not only did we haven't done a live show somewhere in a really long time.
been a minute.
That's fun. But I get weirdly excited, and I don't know why. Maybe it's because I've never tailgated. So I get to tailgate at Flagstone before our event.
yeah, that'll be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun. I can't
It
wait.
just might be me, you, and Dave. Dave's a cuddler, though. He'll keep us warm.
Yeah, Dave can be the meat in our sandwich.
Yeah, I like that. I bet you he likes it.
Yeah, he's a big old piece of meat in there.
So who's thinking about coming out? I'd really like to get a little, not survey, but census. Just text us really quick, 71090. Are you thinking about coming out on the 20th to watch our show? Tailgate with us a little bit. Call in sick.
Yeah, do it. Just call in sick.
Apparently Flagstone has amazing breakfast.
I heard their breakfast is the best.
Exciting. Yeah, we'll be playing
Nico's
games.
gonna be there.
Nico is. Oh, yeah, she's doing an in-person OnlyFans or something,
Yeah.
right? Or she's giving out Polaroids or something. Nico,
like
we
a
should,
pamphlet.
to be honest, we should judge those first before
I
let
mean-
you give them out.
Yeah,
Just so if we give it the okay.
and then you need to put one like one's Jake, one's Tanner. We got to name them.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But we got to give the stamp of approval. That'd be really great. So Nico's going. We're going to get some people going. So if you're thinking about going to hang out, please just let me know. I just want to get a little. I'll come before I head out fishing. Perfect.
Yeah,
I'm going to be there. Yeah. I'm going to miss it. You don't got to write that.
maybe. Yeah, you don't need to let us know when you're not going to be there.
I'm going to miss it. Jeez. 866-916-0959 if you want to play. You are more than welcome to. $100 up for grabs. Hi, who's this? Hello.
Hello. I don't think you want me to play, do you? No.
No, never.
Well, I don't know. I mean, maybe. What'd you call for? Do you want to chat?
Well, yeah, I wanted to see if there's any legality issues with tailgating at 4:30 in the morning.
Why?
And I'm working on getting your name on the marquee at the front of Flagstone.
Well, thank you.
Oh, it'd be about time somebody does it.
We're not saying we're bringing beer. I know we can't help what other people do in the parking lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And also, don't be a nerd.
Yeah.
Don't narc us out. Snitches get stitches.
You hear that? Eli.
Any cops show up, we get to cut 3430.
Hey, what's going on? Hello.
Dang it, I want to play the people that don't know how phone work.
Hi, what's going on?
I know how the phone works.
Oh, no.
What's your name?
Michelle.
All right, Michelle.
What?
Michelle, are you ready to play?
Yes.
You get to play alone. I heard you talking to somebody. Nobody gets to help you.
Yeah, get out of here. I'm kicking him out of the room.
I like
Just
that.
Tanner, get out.
All right.
Get out.
5 questions, Michelle. That's it. Tanner's going to leave the room, so he can't hear him because we don't want him to hear him. Because he's going to get the exact same questions when we put you on hold after you're done. Remember, time plays a factor because if there's a tie at the end of this, lowest time will win. So keep that in mind when you're thinking about your answers. If you do say pass, that'll be your answer. We don't come back around to the question. If you win, you're getting $100.
Okay.
If Tanner wins, it goes up $20 a day thanks to Prospera, so it'll be $120 tomorrow. But again, you're going to get $100 if you win. Are you ready, Michelle?
I'm so ready.
Your time with Take from Jake and Tanner begins in 3, 2, 1. Which diet soft drink introduced in 1982 was the number 3 U.S. seller within 2 years?
Diet Mountain Dew.
The intelligent whale was the nickname of an early what?
Book.
In baseball scorekeeping, what number represents the third baseman's position?
9.
Where is the original London Bridge structure today?
What the heck is London?
What is the tallest dog breed in the world?
A Great Dane?
Time. Those were tough today. I'm going to be honest, Michelle. Don't feel bad. Those were tough today. I'm going to put you on hold. We'll be right back. Tanner! Tanner, please get into the room! Yeah!
What?
You ready?
Yeah. Sorry. Chuck was,
Humping your leg again?
yeah.
Yeah.
Just, I don't
Gotta
know,
stop doing
man.
that.
I got to get him fixed.
The other day I went out there and he was rubbing his butt on the floor. I don't know if he's got worms or what he's got.
Dang it. Are they back?
Yeah, I don't know. All right.
How did it become where I have to take care of these animals?
I don't know.
You know,
Kind of your gig.
Joe wants them.
Yeah.
And then I gotta get
Nobody's
his
taking
worm.
him for a walk.
Nobody walks these.
Yeah.
Him and Donny Osmond.
Because you have a big heart.
My God.
Here you go. 3, 2, 1. Which diet soft drink introduced in 1982 was the number 3 U.S. seller within 2 years?
Tab.
The intelligent whale was the nickname of an early what?
Computer.
In baseball scorekeeping, what number represents the third baseman's position?
9.
Where is the original London Bridge structure today?
Arizona.
What is the tallest dog breed in the world?
Great Dane.
Time.
Let's go with that one.
All right. Welcome back, Michelle. Let's grade these. What diet soft drink introduced in 1982 was the number 3 U.S. seller within 2 years? Michelle said Mountain Dew. Tanner said Tab. Diet Coke.
Dang it! That didn't come out till 82?
The intelligent whale was the nickname of an early what? Michelle said book. Tanner computer. Submarine.
Darn. That makes sense.
In baseball scorekeeping, what number represents the third baseman's position? You both said 9. Both wrong.
Dang it.
5.
Why?
Tied at 0.
I hate this game.
What is the tallest dog breed in the world? Michelle said Great Dane. Tanner said Great Dane. Irish Wolfhound.
No.
Tied at 0s right now. Where is the original London Bridge structure today? Michelle said London. Tanner said Arizona. That's exactly right. Arizona.
Sorry!
One. I wouldn't have got that. I didn't know that was Arizona.
My dad told me that.
That's good stuff. That's a dad thing.
That's a dad thing to
that's
know.
a dad thing to know. He would have known the submarine, too. That's
He
a dad thing.
definitely would have.
Thanks, Michelle. You made somebody happy. 120 we play for when we play tomorrow. Again, thank you, Prospera Credit Union. So, coming up in just a minute, we do have Beat the Buzzer. 910. Listen to Be Caller 9, Be Caller 9. Play the game. Really simple to play, and we'll explain it here in just a minute. It's the Jake and Tanner Show.